All right. What's up, everybody? The day is finally here, I guess. We've already got a few people on stage here ready to go. Thank you, everybody in chat that's already there. I see. I'm not going to give this name because I'm not sure if this is your actual name or whatever, but somebody just donated $25 already. So we'll get into all that information here in just a minute. But let's start with Noah. What's up, man?
Not much. Excited to be here and excited to be a part of this protest again.
Yeah. You've done this before, right?
Yeah, I think I was there for the 5th or 6th, but it's been a couple years, so I'm really happy to be coming back.
Awesome. Yeah, and I've put everybody's links in the description and stuff, but there's also there'll be links going through chat and everything that'll be there as well, and so yeah. But before we get to the Ark Protest stuff, because this happens the day before, and most of the people coming are coming there for the weekend, and they already know about this and everything. But I want to play the little teaser thing that you and Seth put together, and then we'll move on to introducing everybody else and moving on to the rest of it.
All right, let me say, though, I take no credit for this. This is all Seth's brilliance here. I had nothing to do with it.
All right, here we go.
He has the voice of an angel, except that it actually exists.
He has the wit of Diogenes, the hair of Thor.
A man so hot, Christianity couldn't hold him.
Some say he's scathing. I say he's misunderstood and scathing.
A man who could break stones with his fists and fists with his stones.
All right, that was awesome.
Yeah, Seth's really good at this stuff.
Yeah. Well, Seth was supposed to be here with us tonight, and he had some life stuff come up briefly before and had to cancel. So I real quickly tried to change everything so people didn't feel like I kind of gave them the old bait and switch here, because I definitely didn't. I have the receipts for it if we got to go there. But but yeah, Seth couldn't make it tonight, and that's cool. But excuse me, sorry. You guys coming out to the Ark Protest and stuff, make sure to grab your tickets for this other event too. And Cincinnati's just right down the road from where the Ark Protest is. And I've just dropped a link in chat to the to Seth Andrews' website where you can get ticket information and all that stuff. And it's also in the description of the video. So if you're watching later or whatever, you can find it there too. Real quick, we'll circle back around. Let me add one more to stage here. Next, what's up, GE? What's up, Gala's Engineer?
There I am. Hey, how's everybody going? Or how's everybody doing? Sorry. How is it going? How's everybody doing? That's how that's supposed to go.
Well, hey, this year I have electricity for this,
Yeah, it's always a good thing having electricity and shit. Yeah, I'm totally excited for this year. I'm excited to speak at it, and I'm excited to see Seth and Noah the night before. Like it's gonna be an awesome weekend, just a full weekend of just hanging out with a bunch of awesome people.
Yeah, no, and great to have you. I met you last year, got with you, and you for some reason, not knowing me, agreed to come do this, and some dude from YouTube just decided he's going to put together this thing again, and Tri-State Freethinkers, though, they're really a big help behind all this, and things are just kind of organized in a funny way this year because of threats from our fearless leader. So, uh, but yeah, and Godless Granny, you were with us last year. How's it going today?
Just great. Thank you for having me. I'm glad to be here. So, what crazy things does the audience want us to do so that they'll donate money?
Well,
All the things.
yeah, all the things. And I don't know that what crazy things they want you to do, but our good pal Regios just donated $200.
Wow.
So yeah, thanks Regios, thank you so much. Regios has donated more than that, actually. That's just what he donated just now. I would have to go back and find a record of what he's actually donated, but yeah, big supporter. Godless Granny, you were with us last year as well. You actually have quite the history with the Ark Encounter protest, right?
I do. Ark Encounter Protest is what made me an atheist.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, and we'll talk about that some more here in a minute. We'll get in. I have to have you tell that story every time we talk. You know that, right?
Can I just jump in really quick to ask one question, Joe? People are asking for the link for the donation. I said it's in the description of the video, but apparently not everybody can grab that. Are you able to pin the link for the donation?
It's in the chat right now. It's on screen right now.
Do you want to pin that for everybody, or pin that comment maybe?
It should keep rolling through, but it's also in the description. I will head over and pin it in just a minute, though.
Okay, thank you. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah. Seth, I see you down there. I'll get you in. Yeah, I hear you too. Up next, Lil, you co-host a show with me, right? And
Yes.
gonna be doing that show from the event and stuff, live streaming it out to everybody else, and you've helped with a number of things, talking to people and organizing and all that crap. So help me.
Mm-hmm.
So this is your first Ark Protest, correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay. All right. Well, I look forward to having you there. You're. I was going to wait a minute, but we'll go ahead and throw him up there too. Now, see, you muted yourself again, so now I can't.
Oh, no. Oh, man. Unmute yourself.
We're
There you
doing
go.
this live, y'all. What's up?
Yeah. Hey, man, you were a big help last year, Seth, and you are the other half of Lil, right?
Yeah, she's clearly the better half, but yeah, I'll take that
Oh,
title.
please.
Right.
But yeah, last year was great, man. It was a lot of work, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. No, I couldn't have done it without you last year. I about had a heat stroke, and you saved me.
I don't know about all that, but we'll roll with it.
Yeah.
It was just super hot. I'd encourage everybody to hydrate for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Godless Granny just went over and dropped $100 donation too. So before I even make it back to the announcement about the match thing, we're almost there. So I guess that's a good thing.
That's cool.
Maybe I should have started the other direction. Anyway, Objective Ethics is the still face beside my 2 frame per second face. What's up, man? You want to tell folks what you're doing tonight? I'll let you announce that thing.
Yeah, well, first of all, I'm really glad to be here, and I appreciate you letting me find a way to get involved since I can't actually make the protest. But to start with, I guess to let everybody know, I am doing a donation match, so up to $500, trying to encourage people to put in money. So we're already there with $125, $150, so that's already $300 towards our goal, because I'm going to match up to 500. So thank you very much for the people that are putting in. And just remember that anything you give really does help. So your $5 turns into $10, your $25 turns into $50, so on and so forth. And it's not because I have, I just like to throw my money around. It's because I really believe in this protest. I think what you guys are doing is very important. I don't tend to get involved in politics or in activism per se, but I do believe that the Ark Encounter is extremely harmful because the way that it's set up is it's targeting children ultimately. And that's what we got to really think about is the children, right? They're the future of this country, the future of the world, really. And if we want to have a better future, we need to do a better job with the kids. So because of that, I feel very strongly about this. I'm more than happy to throw some money at this and some time at it. And it's a great honor for me really to be able to meet some of the people who are even here on this panel. Seth, I've always really enjoyed you. You and I have chatted back and forth. But Lil, I've watched your videos with Joe. I really enjoy watching you, but I've never spoken to you before, so it's great to meet you. Godless Grant, I've actually subscribed to your channel and have watched some of your videos. I really love your presentation. Godless Engineer, I really like the videos you did with Richard Carrier, Dr. Carrier on mythicism. That was a long time ago, and I'm fans of a lot of what you guys are already doing. Noah, it's so nice to meet you for the first time. So this is a great opportunity for me socially, as well as, just kind of networking and stuff like that, and to support something that I do feel strongly about. So I thank you guys very much for that opportunity. I do have a link to a song that somebody donated through my channel, Objective Ethics, she wrote for this event specifically. Do you want me to put that in the YouTube chat, Joe?
No.
Okay.
I got it here. You don't.
Oh, you already got it. Okay, perfect. Yeah,
Yeah.
some lady who I met through Deconverted Man. I don't know. Most of you in this community probably know who Deconverted Man is. He's got a great channel. Do support him if you can. He's got a lady who goes by Nazarene, and she's quite the musician, and she actually does real music. I hate to say it like that because I don't have a problem with people using AI to create art as far as I'm concerned, but I do appreciate people that can actually play real instruments and sing their own songs. And so this is a live band, and they put together a song specifically for our event today, and it's a really great song. So hopefully Joe will get a chance to play that for you at some point.
I will get a chance to play that at some point in just a second.
Is there some place where
Come
we
on,
can see
damn it.
how much has been given?
No, because I tried to set up a thing to keep track of that and I failed. So, sorry.
Okay.
But
At least you're
I can
owning
tell
it.
you we're at $400 because Deviant Outcast just donated $100 as well.
Diva!
All right, let's play this video real quick, and then I've got some more for you. Did it play?
No.
What happened?
We're doing it live.
Gruffer wood and fiberglass skin, where the logic ends and the tales begin. Measure out the cubits by a modern hand, built on a foundation of shifting sand. They say the tigers didn't have their claws, trading physics for some holy laws. But the tax breaks keep the dream alive, while the real world struggles to survive. Don't call it a museum, it's a monument to God. There's no truth inside the timber of this hollowed out ark. Hollowed out ark. Hollowed out ark. to fit the limits of a literal word. Ignore the strata and the canyon wall. Everything started after the fall. They sell the tickets at a heavy price to see a pair of every wooden vowels. Don't call it a museum, it's a monument to the. There's no truth inside the timber of this hollowed out ark. Hollowed out ark. Hollowed out ark. Reason is a leak they can't quite plug, sleeping for a billion years under the rug. Curiosity is locked behind a gate while they decorate the myths with weight. Don't call it a museum, it's a monument to the. There's no truth inside the timber of this hollowed out ark. Hollowed out ark. Hollowed out ark. Hollowed out
All right, I didn't know it was 4 minutes long. But okay. Hey, that was awesome. It was still good. I love the dinosaurs with saddles part.
Hey, that's straight from a Ken Ham book. I think I might actually have it here somewhere. It's like Ken Ham's got a kid's book where he's literally got like saddles on a fucking triceratops.
I think they have that at the Creation Museum too, don't they? They have a display that's got a triceratops with a saddle on it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Let's
So
go.
there's one, My Creation Bible. Yeah, but mine is it's something Eden. Crap, I can't remember what it's called. It's something about Eden, Dinosaurs of Eden or something like that. I don't know. I did a video on it a long time ago.
Yeah, what really blows me away is how quickly that lady produced that song, because I actually had reached out to Deacon Verded Man. He wrote and donated a song for my YouTube channel, and so I know he does a lot with like music and stuff. And I hit him up last minute the other day. I said, I know this is short notice. Is there any way you'd want to come up with a song that we could use during this promotional event? And I think it was like within 2 hours, he sent that to me. He says, I reached out to this lady, and she put this together, and I listened to it. And like I said, it is a 4-minute song, and I listened to it a few times. He also sent me the lyrics separately. And if you actually listen to, the lyrics and what she wrote, that is so creative to come up with something like that, especially in that amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
I was blown away. I couldn't do it. I mean, you give me my whole lifetime, I could never come up with something like that, but to just bust that out like that.
Yeah. I mean, once you got the lyrics, I mean, AI is a hell of a drug, right? It can throw all that stuff together and make something out of it. Take something and use your creative stuff to add to it is better than the other way. Oh, there it is. So they actually have a dinosaur with a saddle in the Ark also.
Yeah.
Of course they do.
This is crazy though, because I'm gonna say this one last thing, but I don't know if y'all have watched Stargate before, like the TV show, but this has a Bible time gate that is, it is pretty much Stargate, but for creationists.
Amazing.
Stargate for creationists.
Well, so they can rip off
there's
that
a
kind
book
of stuff
called
because
Star Wars and the Message of Jesus. So
it's okay to rip that stuff off because Christian kids aren't allowed to watch it anyway, right? So.
And Christians will rip off literally anything. To be honest.
And then say you rip off your morals and stuff from us, right? Like, is it ever not projection?
No, it's always projection. For sure.
It's always projection.
I never heard of Ken Ham and Answers in Genesis until the 90s, when one of my kids was sick, and the day they went back to school, I had sent my kids to a private Christian school. They had missed a video that had been shown in class, so the teacher gave the video to my child, who brought it home and watched it, and it was an Answers in Genesis video. And even as a believer, I found it shocking that they would show this in a school, because they were telling the kids, if your teacher tells you that this happened millions of years ago, you should raise your hand and ask, were you there? And I thought, seriously? You're teaching kids to be disrespectful to their teachers in class? And this applies as much to a Christian school as it does to a secular school.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if your teacher gets up and tells you about the American Revolution, are you supposed to raise your hand and say, were you there? You don't know that. You know, I thought that was ridiculous, even as a believer.
Yeah.
It is the double think. Oftentimes I think of it as cognitive dissonance, but it's technically, I think, it's called double think, and projection is another good word for it. But the Christians will say, well, you weren't there 4 billion years ago to see the earth form, so we can't trust the scientists. But they don't seem to understand that, well, you weren't there 6,000 years ago to see Adam and Eve pop up out of the dirt, or whatever the story is. You know what I mean? So how does that not work both ways? The arguments never work both ways. It's always one direction, even though they apply both ways. They just don't seem to understand that.
Oh, he got flooded.
Happens
We
to the
lost
best
you.
of us.
Yeah. Yeah, no. You weren't there, but let me tell you about this first guy. Always.
The thing that gets me about not the flood necessarily, but the Genesis, is that when I was a kid, you know, you'd read Genesis and it's like, and then who is it? Who came after Cain, Abel, Seth? Then Seth went and found a wife, and it's like, my little brain was not like, where did he get the wife? These were the first people on earth. Where were the wives? And it's like, it never dawned on me. I guess maybe it's because I'm from Alabama, but it never dawned on me. It was like, oh, it was his sister. And that just seemed normal to me because, you know, redneck things.
It is truly amazing. You know, the first time that you actually got to ripping into the Bible and you found out just how easy it was going to be. Right, like when I had always heard, oh, it's this great book with this great literature and it's beautiful stories and blah, blah, blah. So when I first started doing this, I thought, oh, you know, I bet it's going to be really tricky to go into this Bible thing and find stuff that's actually bad. And just you get in there and you're like, oh, I guess nobody was even trying before, right?
Yeah, it's not hard when you start looking at it.
Yeah, that was my big shocker when I first started, when I became an atheist and I watched what the atheist content creators were doing, and I decided to do the same thing, and I said, this is easy. These arguments are no good.
Yeah. I honestly, I feel sorry for you. So I watch, obviously, a lot of Christian movies, and they always have to start with some inspirational Bible quote or end with one, or start and end with one. And I always feel sorry for the people who have to go out and find these quotes, because there's really nothing all that good in them. Like the 6 or 7 good lines have been used to death. So they're always trying to find something good, and it'll always just be like, you know, there is goodness or whatever. It'll be something that simple or you know, there's nothing ever that's, you know, profound in there for them to find. So.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I was so raised in Eastern Kentucky. Like everybody here is young Earth creationists. The Bible is literally true. Fundamentalists, craziness. I thought growing up that everybody was like that everybody believed the same thing. There was not different types of Christians. I mean, some of these Southern Baptist preachers would tell me the Catholics are going to hell, but like that's just a thing here, like so yeah, it was weird for me whenever I finally went to college and they had actual education instead of church-backed schools,
Can I just say that was one of the most masterful mutes I have ever seen on a live stream right there. That was some ninjutsu fucking bam, like right out. I'm sorry. That was impressive as hell. I don't mean to draw attention to it because like the whole point was not to, but man, that was good stuff.
I didn't even know it happened, so.
I had to sneeze.
And
yeah,
like,
I
honestly,
didn't
like she could have caught a bullet there with the hand speed she got to that mute with. Mm-hmm. It was pretty impressive.
She can. She's a mermaid and has superpowers.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that explains a lot.
Yes. So, Noah, you got a fan here in chat.
Oh, hey, April.
April 26.
She's my favorite
Thank
listener.
you for the $5 super chat.
And when I tell people all the time that April's my favorite listener, they're like, well, what about your wife? I'm like, she doesn't listen to this shit. I mean.
My husband doesn't listen to mine.
Yeah.
My wife is on my show, though, so I don't
know. Oh. Okay, that's different.
So that similar thing for me there, Noah, because whenever I'm doing something, like Casey is right there with me, so like she doesn't go back and like rewatch the things that she's already heard recorded live. Like she doesn't have to.
Now, if I start talking about religion or atheism or any of that stuff with my girlfriend, she's like, "Aren't you going to stream today?" Well, go talk to internet friends.
But that's how my show started. My wife, after like years of me just getting in the car with her, we worked together, so we commuted together, and so I'd get in the car and I'd be like, and another thing about religion that pisses me off. One day she just bought me a microphone and a book on how to podcast, and she's like, maybe tell this shit to somebody else. I'm not saying I don't care. I'm just saying there are other people who care more.
Well, this is exactly how me and my partner met, so.
Yeah, we're kind of stuck in this YouTube thing, I think.
Nice.
But hey, you know what? I'm cool with it. I have a good time doing it.
Mm-hmm. Well, and if you ever get shot, she can catch that bullet before it ever gets to you.
Oh, yeah.
It's good to know.
She's fantastic.
Matrix shit.
Yeah, so Casey and I actually, she didn't realize that she was an atheist until she ran into my page and she started realizing, these are all questions that everybody else has too. That means that means I'm not really Catholic or religious or anything like that. It means I don't believe in a God that has a specific label. And so I kind of helped her feel normal a bit in my early days of the Facebook stuff. And so that's how we kind of met.
Nice.
Love it.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that is cool. That's a good story. Whenever I first started watching your channel, GE, I was like, you would be talking about something, responding to a video or whatever, and you would hear Casey in the background be like, laughing at something stupid, somebody said or whatever, especially like during your comment responses that you do and stuff. And then I've seen later that you guys started doing like some Bible stuff together and things. And that eventually led, I did some shows with my girlfriend, but after like 3, she was like, the hell with this. You do it.
Well, so Casey, she'll be there to support me and be there along with me for the ride and react to it. But I'm the only masochist in the relationship where I actively seek this kind of stuff out. She's like, I've got better things to do than seek that kind of stuff out. I mean, she'll seek it out if I like need help finding something, but normally she's just like, I don't got time for stupid.
Yeah, yeah, I'm with you, Casey, on that one. In Kentucky, they taught us that atheists were devil worshippers that murdered dogs and babies and things.
I remember when
So,
my wife first told our niece, who is from South Georgia, that we were atheists. Her reaction was just to say, "Isn't that a bad thing?" She didn't know what it was. She just had a vague sense that that was a bad thing a person could be.
Right.
yeah. So, real quick, before I forget, because I added her in the middle of other thing, Jess from How to Roll an Asteroid is here, and Jess has helped me with tons of this stuff to do with the Ark Protest, and helped me last year. I couldn't have done it without her. Lots of the art and videos and ads and stuff that are for the Ark Protest, Jess did those completely herself, with very little input from me at all. And Jess is very talented and a very good friend that also does a show with me making fun of Ken Ham. What's up, Jess?
What's up? How are you guys doing?
Doing good.
Doing good. Yeah,
Good to
I'm
meet
more in
you.
the art department this year, so I'm not doing as much like because I can't go to the protest this year, so I'm kind of behind the scenes doing a couple artsy things, and that's about the extent of it this year. But I'm having a good time with it and getting the art out there and doing the like the After Effects stuff. That's always fun.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you do an awesome job, and you're some of the stuff you made gets way more views on my channel than some of the stuff I make, which is awesome. So, uh, yeah, but I appreciate you, and you've done. Don't be shy about it. You've done a lot this year too,
Will
even
be.
though you're not coming or what wasn't even asked to do those things, and you were like, "Hey, I went and found this stuff out for you," and all that. So,
Yeah, I
so
like to
yeah,
help.
yeah,
I'm always helping.
yes, yes. I couldn't do it without you, Jess. So thank you, and thank you for being here. Uh,
You're welcome, Joe.
You're
so
awesome, Jess.
throughout this, we are going to be talking about some of our different sponsors and stuff. And so, since G is here on stage with us, let's go ahead and start there. And I'll go ahead and show these off since this while I'm reading it. But yeah, Jess made these as well.
Yeah.
And all the speakers have one of these too. I may show some more of them later, but
I messaged
we
Noah
made
like
these
out of
for
the
all the
blue and was
speakers.
like, what are things that you like?" And he had no idea what I was talking about, but he was very helpful. So I got Noah's, and I think
Ve-
it turned out pretty good.
Very excited to see my trading card.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Jess did
We'll
an
put it up.
awesome job on mine.
They're
And
all very cool. Oh,
as
sorry.
someone who wasn't allowed to collect Pokemon cards because they were obviously satanic, and I really wanted to do it because the people that weren't in my church could do it. I love the idea of these collector cards. Just whoever's idea, probably Jess's in the beginning. Um, Excellent idea. I love it.
Thanks,
Yeah.
guys. I had a lot of fun making them.
So, GE and Casey, and this is a little behind the scenes, inside baseball thing here, but so Pangburn had sponsored us last year and was lined up to sponsor us this year. We had already talked about it and turned in the thing and all that stuff, and had some problems where he wasn't able to do it, and was the major sponsor last year, and I wasn't. I was just talking to Casey because we talk on Facebook sometimes about various things, and I was like, "Oh man, we got a problem here," and she was like, "Well, Rocket City Reason and Godless Engineer, we're doing this other, we're doing Rocket City Reason conference, and were helping out with these other things and stuff. And so they stepped up and took on a big part of this, and really helpful in making it happen. So I've got a little bio for John Gleason, known as Godless Engineer, is the driving force behind Rocket City Reason. His passion is building and empowering online activist community and uniting voices for positive change. John's vision centers on equipping people to create content, speak out, and use their platforms to make a difference, amplifying the collective impact of secular creators everywhere. As an organizer, John is committed to fostering real connections and helping everyone find the courage and resources to stand up and be heard.
I try to do my best for that.
Well, as a creator, it's always one of the happiest moments when somebody says, hey, like, I watched your stuff and it made me want to start a channel and talk about this kind of stuff. I've had a couple people do that. You're one of the people that did that for me, though, right? Like the stand up and use your voice thing is something. And I was like, you know what? I probably can do this. And so, much appreciated all the way around.
Yeah, no, that's exactly how I started doing the whole YouTube thing. I was just drunkenly one night. I was watching I was watching some YouTube video or something like that of I think a creationist. I think it was around the time of the Bill Nye Ken Ham kind of thing. And I was just like, you know what? I can do this. And so that's kind of like how I just started doing it, and then I didn't stop.
Finally, we're in the Brady Bunch formation. I have been so excited for one more person to join. Hi, Mandisa.
Hi. Hey, Noah. Hey, everybody.
Hey, Mandisa.
What's up, Mandisa?
I feel tired, but I'm doing well. Glad to be here this evening, and looking forward to the Ark Encounter protest again this year.
Yeah, you've I think you've probably been part of more Ark protests than any other person, other than like Tri-State Freethinkers themselves.
Well, I know
you've been at all but one, haven't you?
Most of them. I know Seth Andrews is another long-time participant of the Ark Encounter protest, but yeah, I really started getting involved with them in probably about 2017-ish. So ever since then, I've been involved.
Right on. Yeah, we were. We got some singing from you last year, right?
Yes, you did.
Yeah, we hung out and talked for hours and hours the night before. Had a blast, which is one of the best parts of this, getting together and connecting with people and telling stories and learning about each other in person and stuff. It's just so much fun. The Ark protest is just the payoff thing at the end. So, yeah.
Yeah, I got a chance to meet. I met GE and KC for the first time in person. Seth Henderson, Jess, and I'm and Godless Granny. So it's always a pleasure to meet folks in person, and that is what we like to get to when it comes to building more secular community. So especially to counter these creationists and these apologists.
Well, and it's so hard too, because usually when we all run across each other, it's at these conferences and these events where like we're all busy as hell. We're all doing a bunch of talks, and we've got listeners and people that want to meet with us, and booths to man, and all this other shit. So it is kind of nice to have one of these where there's like a lot of time to built in to just kind of hang out.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, you don't only come and speak at the Ark protest. You're there representing Black non-believers as well. One of the longtime sponsors and tables available at the event. I wrote I didn't write anything. I copy and pasted a little bio off of blacknonbelievers.org. do you want to? Maybe I should let you talk about what Black Non-Believers does, though. Would probably
Oh
be better,
gosh,
right?
I do that all the time. As a matter of fact, GE and others were on our live stream earlier today, and shout out to everyone who tuned in. But Black Non-Believers, for those who don't know, is a 501c3 nonprofit organization headquartered in the Atlanta, Georgia area. And we connect with Blacks and allies who are non religious, atheist, humanistic, Gnostic, and who also question religion in favor of leaving. And we are celebrating our 15th anniversary this year. That is going to be featured prominently in our event next week, the Revival of Reason, which will take place in person and virtually in the Atlanta area and also virtually. So, yeah, we have been representing for and advocating, especially and primarily for Black non religious people, because as we know, our numbers are still diminished for a number of reasons, and that's culturally due to the institution of the Black church in the United States, as well as the high religiosity in Black communities. But that is changing. And so there are a lot more of us who are probably not out and open. So we connect with folks through in-person events, also online communication. We've done a lot of interviews. We have connected with folks on research projects. And so we have been the organization that has represented for Black non-religious Americans. And we partner with a number of local and national organizations. And yes, sometimes we do engage in debates. I know many of you watched the Kent Hovind debate from 2024. I still feel like I am trying to gain brain cells back from that. But yeah, I mean, I'm glad to have had the opportunity to do it. I'm glad that so many people enjoyed it, because I was like, oh boy. And I did go down there in person because he's only about 2.5 hours from me. So I drove down there to Dino Land to check it out for myself and to do the debate. And right after it was over and he gave a tour of the facility, I was out. I was like, okay, this is it. So, but I'm always glad to participate, and it's always important. I think it's important for us to represent at the Ark Encounter protest, for one, to show that there is diversity in our movement and that there are more of us who care about what is going on, especially in that area, because it's not far from Cincinnati. Cincinnati has a decently Black population. And so it's important to show that there are a number of us who do, who do see and understand that this is a problem, that, teaching creationism is a problem, putting it into our public policy and trying to infuse it into education is a problem. And so we continue to stand in solidarity and work with our partner organizations on this. So it's very, very important for us to be representing and to also bring more of our members out to show the activism that is taking place outside of the Atlanta area and where we are, and to work more with and work more with y'all. So that's really, really important.
Amen.
Yeah. And yes, like I said, you did get some singing from me last year. You got a snippet of the Godless Gospel. There will be more of that at the Revival of Reason. And for those of you who were at NanoCon last year, you saw the performance there as well. So, but yeah, we'll be doing some more Godless Gospel. It's a production of the Freedom from Religion Foundation, and so Dan Barker is the executive producer of that project, and the album is coming out this year. And so we're looking forward to that. And that's just another piece of the activism that we do, so that when there are more protests, we have more protest music.
Right on. And you're the
sorry, I
you're
was
the
gonna
first
say
call that Go ahead.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I was just gonna say I'm actually gonna be rapping at Revival of Reason next week. So
He's got Yes, GE is going to be one of our rappers, and he will have his GT3 dancers, the Godless Treacherous 3. So if you know anything about hip hop, you might in old school hip hop, you know the Treacherous 3. So yeah, we're going to have the GT3 dancers behind him. Yeah, that's going to be so much fun.
Awesome.
And there will be video of this, correct?
There
For the rest of
will.
us?
There will.
Excellent. Very good.
Yes.
So there are links to Black Non-Believers both on YouTube and their website. If you want to go help out with that and stuff, you still can. That's going through chat, and it's also linked in the description of this video. Revival of Reasons coming up quick. So yeah, I've got this weird feedback thing going on here. Does everybody else hear that?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
You always have that going on.
We should all.
I don't even notice it anymore.
We should mute one at a time and figure out where it is. No, still there after when I mute.
Yeah, same for me. I still heard it.
Oh, so whoever just muted.
Wasn't a sneeze that time, was it?
Was that
That
me?
wasn't you?
No,
Lil's
no, it
fan
wasn't.
the whole time?
It's whoever unmuted just
It's
now.
back.
It's, yeah.
Yeah.
Could be me then.
Oh no.
All right.
Yeah, that's whoever
There it
just
goes.
muted. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool.
It's one of those things where you
So,
can still unmute long enough to chat and shit, but yeah. But, yep, that's it.
yeah. Yeah. There it goes.
Yeah, but I hate
Damn
that
it.
we'll miss you this year, Jess. But I'm looking forward to seeing everyone else who's going to be there. Noah, have we ever met in person?
Yeah, we did. Was it Free Flow that we did together? I know.
Okay.
I know we've done I think 2 events together. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
It's been a long time though. It's been probably 4 or 5 years since I've seen you. So.
Yeah. So.
Oh, you know what? I've met you at American Atheist conferences a couple of times as well. That's.
Oh
the
yeah. Definitely. Okay. Well, cool.
Yeah, Limited Light asked in chat, that PayPal link accepts any type of payment. It's a donation link. It's not like just through PayPal. So that goes to a donation thing that we're tracking here. And we're up to, we've actually taken $425 in donations. I was wrong earlier. And so $75 more and we'll reach that match of 500 from Objective Ethics.
Awesome.
That's a great job, everybody. That's a lot faster than I thought you were going to hit it.
Yeah, we're not even an hour into this. That's awesome. That's amazing.
Yeah, I don't know. So there was something that came in that I missed because I was keeping track of all this, and so far I got it at like 270 or something like that. 275, so 550 with my match. But if there's another, you said there was something else that got donated earlier. Oh, and speaking of donations,
well,
the first 5 that was from the Async Network. They said give them a shout out.
Oh, okay. The Async Network. All right. Thank you very much.
Gretchen and DJ Arpy.
Okay, yeah, Gretchen is the name. See, I didn't know who it was, so I didn't want to release the name. Gretchen donated 25. Regios donated 200. Godless Granny donated 100. And Deviant Outcast donated 100. That's what I have so far.
Oh, I have. Okay, so I have, because I was also counting the ones from the chat here too. So I just wrote down that 200 you told me. I wrote down 25 from Async. I wrote down 125 from Godless Granny, I think.
No, I only did 100.
Or someone did 100. I thought somebody did 125. That was only 100 twice. Nobody did 125.
No.
Oh, okay. I wrote that down.
No, there was the 25 initially. Yeah.
So y'all, I have to jump.
But-
I have to hop off. I will be able to hop on again later, but I have to jump off and grab dinner with my wife, or she's going to be very upset with me. But I'll be able to jump back on later. You guys are going. You're going till 11, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
So great chatting with everybody. Hopefully everybody's still here when I get back. And once again, thank you so much for the invite.
Nice to have met you.
Thanks.
Hey, you too.
Jump off as well. I'll see everybody a little later.
Bye, y'all.
What did you say, Jess?
She
said,
had
"I'm
to
leaving,"
hop
I think.
off. Yeah.
Okay.
He said, "See you later."
Oh, is that
Yeah.
How to Rule an Asteroid? Is that who that is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She used to be my favorite name that I came across in this atheist community. I thought that was so creative. I still think it's very creative. How to Rule an Asteroid. But then I met Spooky Bedhair, and I got to give Spooky Bedhair top spot for the best name on YouTube so far. That is just cracks me up every time I see that.
Yeah. The Jess has so this channel started a little differently and things, and through some like not so great circumstances, Jess and I ended up becoming friends because of another bunch of drama that took place. And Jess was like, well, hey, why don't you let me help you make your channel not look like crap anymore? And she didn't say it that way. And so she helped me out a lot with stuff, and we created templates and things to where I can just go through and move things around and make things real quick. And so Jess has been awesome, and she's helped me a number of ways and done shows and helped with the Ark Protest and helped a number of other creators. And she does stuff for the line, and she's a call screener over there, and helps out tremendously over there as well. So yeah, Jess is a super awesome person. I had to wait till she left to say that because she gets mad at me for embarrassing her.
And I just want to let you know that I just made a donation on behalf of Black non-believers of $50. So hopefully that helps towards the towards the goal.
Yeah, so a $50 donation from Black Non-Believers and a $10 donation also from Free Thinkers Fireside, Helen over there. So thank you both for that. We are on the PayPal link. We're at $475, and I think we've taken like 10 or something on here. I think I missed one actually.
We've taken 10, 25 through the chat here.
Oh, wow. I missed more than one then.
Dave gave 5. Arch Radish, if I'm saying that correctly, gave 10. 5 from April, and of course 5 from Big Bad Mama.
Okay, I don't know. I've seen the Big Bad Mama one. I don't know how I missed the other, though. It's supposed to pop up on that. Well, thank you guys for the super chats, Big Bad Mama. And who was the other one? Arch Radish?
Yes, Arch Radish, if I wrote that down correctly. I think I did.
Thank you guys for the super chats. At the end of the stream, whenever it tells me all the super chats and stuff, I will take those and donate them to the Ark Protest Fund as well. So, yeah, we can count all of that. All right, Kelley Laughlin has just jumped in the stream. What's up, Kelley? You're muted.
Muted, Kelley.
Hey, Kelley.
So
he brought a tech gremlin with him.
No, you're muted. Okay, now talk. All right, we still can't hear you. So there's a little gear box underneath. Click and make sure your audio is set right. Evie Mux likes to play games with people's audio sources. So while we're waiting on that, I will go ahead and talk
Sorry.
about another one of our sponsors, and then we will come back to Kelley and talk to him again. So, let's see here. Where is this one? All right. So there's the card for Rocket City Reason, and Rocket City Reason Con is a conference celebrating the smaller, passionate voices driving secular activism across the internet. The inaugural event happens October 23rd through 25th, 2026, at the U.S. Space and Rocket Center, or the U.S. Space and Rocket Center Marriott in Huntsville, Alabama. This event brings together online content creators, activists, and community members to focus discussions on online.
Uh-oh.
Darth Vader is here.
Online content creation and secular activism, communicating effectively with theists, grassroots atheists, activism and community building, and effective science communication. Whether you're a content creator, activist, or simply passionate about promoting reason and skepticism, join us for an accessible, welcoming environment where thought leaders and attendants connect advance critical thinking in the digital age. That is an amazing bio.
Yeah, and just to toot our own horn here, Rocket City Reason is going to be having a fabulous event on that Saturday, but we also have other things going on around that. We've got a drag show the night before, as well as an Alabama barbecue, and we're going to be touring the Space and Rocket Museum here in Huntsville. So it's going to be a great time.
All right.
I'm so excited.
Kelley, I'll be at Rocket City Reason as well. So,
yeah,
there you are, Kelley.
Yeah, me and Seth will too.
Cool. And so will I. I'll be there as well.
Oh, the cool kids. What's up, Kelley?
Not much. How are you? I'm glad you can all hear me now.
Good, man.
Yeah, no, I am too. You actually came to the protest last year, and you weren't a scheduled speaker, but you got to say a few words, and you're going to expand some on that this year, coming back again. Happy to have you back.
Yeah, thanks. I'm happy to be here. I'm really honored to be a speaker this year. I seriously, I really am. And I apologize to everybody who listened to me last year. I just kind of did something off the cuff for 5 or 10 minutes, but I had a good time. I had a really, really good time. I almost melted. That was the only problem. But
it's a fact.
Yeah, me too, man. It was that's one thing I want to tell everybody real quick. Like, if you're coming to the Ark Protest, if you're not familiar with July in Kentucky, it is very, very hot. You should hydrate before you show up, and we have plenty of water and stuff there, and we give it away for free because we don't want people getting too hot out there like I did last year. So it is very hot. Prepare, dress for jungle weather, and
yes,
yeah. We bring sunscreen too for everybody if they need it. So yeah.
Yeah, we're warning everybody about that, and it's going to be like 70 degrees and pouring rain this year. Watch.
I doubt it.
That's the kind of luck I have.
Yeah, no, I seriously doubt that. I expect it to be like 100 degrees most days in July. Yeah.
And I'm not used to that from where I live at all. I'm from way up north, so. We actually had a frost.
I'm from Texas.
Week.
Oh wow!
I'm from Texas. I think I got it covered.
Yeah.
So, wow. I guess that's you, Objective Ethics, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's so fast. I'm trying to figure out a way to maybe even do something else because I don't know if we've worked hard enough for that money yet. So we should probably figure something else out here. I'm thinking It's an honor to match that for you guys. I'm sure we're going to make that last $25. So I just went ahead and just threw that there now. So we're basically at what, $975 towards our $1,000 goal, but we don't have to stop there because I'm sure there's a lot of resources that we could still use. I'm assuming lodging, water, got to keep people hydrated and safe down there, canopies. So I can think of a lot of things off the top of my head. I'm not organizing this, but I'm sure that we could keep going with this. So maybe I'll tell you maybe what I could do is, since I am also trying to build a YouTube channel to do something I believe very much in, it's really important to me, is to try and help people figure out how to live a good life. That's ultimately what I'm doing with my channel. For the first 10 subs, new subs to my channel, if you let me know, just hit #sub in the chat. I'll throw $10 more at it, up to $100, just to motivate you guys a little bit more. And it's just no money out of your pocket. Just sub to my channel. And if you don't like it, you can unsub later. You don't even have to tell me. But for the first 10 people who will subscribe to Objective Ethics on YouTube, I'll throw another $10 for $100 total.
Wow.
Actually, I'm going to throw in that last $25. It'll be a personal donation. And
I beat you to it.
Oh. Well, I'll still do it anyway. And
now we're definitely over though, right?
Yes, we have raised $1,002. Professor,
let's go.
$2. Yeah. So, I didn't expect us to get there that quickly either. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And another $25 through the super chat method from the Async network. Yeah. Thank you so much, and thank you for the donation earlier as well. So what we the goal was $1,000 here today, the $500 and the $500 match, but and Mandisa just donated the $25 as well. So we have broken that goal, shattered it to pieces, which is really awesome. What we are doing with anything, so that was the number that I had set forward as to pay for the rest of the stuff that we needed, generators and moving trucks and small things, and then going towards some of the lodging for the hotel rooms and stuff were taken care of by Rocket City Reason and GE actually. And we still had a lot of small things go towards it because there's a lot of moving stuff back and forth and a lot of going back and forth to things and getting people from the airports and getting them around and all that stuff too. But that was the number I came up with. I mean, anything else that we get will just go towards getting more stuff for people, and then also we've got there's more stuff that I'll give away at the event as well, and anything left on top of that, I will probably just donate to the Tri-State Freethinkers. If we go over, it'll still go to a good cause. They will be. They just did a Pride March event, and then also they are going to be doing a lot of stuff to speak out about protecting the elections and stuff coming up. So, Tri-State Freethinkers is an awesome group. Jim and Chrissy Helton are really cool, great people to work with, and I appreciate them much. Anyway, I was a little caught off guard there that we already did that. So, Lil, you and Seth.
Yes.
Well, first of all, you and I do a show regularly, Thursdays and Sundays, Politicality, where we talk about issues in politics from an atheist perspective, blah, blah, blah. You guys are going to do that live. Seth joins us on Sundays many times.
He's basically like on Sundays at all times if he's available. He wasn't available much this past month, but he should be available for the foreseeable future. So
right.
Yeah, we're gonna be
Awesome.
doing a show on location, which will be fun for a lot of different reasons. We're gonna have to have a conversation, Joe, about that. I guess the tech side of it, but yeah, I'm super stoked on that. Watching the Damn Show put it out live last year, hopefully we can, just copy that same sort of thing for our broadcast. But yes, I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be hot, but it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah. So, yeah, you guys, I'll probably drop in and out of that or whatever and say hi, but it's at the same time that the show's usually live every week anyway. So, I mean, it made sense to go ahead and do that, I guess. So last year we had, one of the arrangements with, Pangburn last year was that we, turned over, a video copy of everything, to, to the channel, which is fine, whatever. I'm not going on about it. Just that was one of the things we did, and so everybody got to see that eventually all put together and stuff from them. I think that we can actually do a little bit better with the live stream this year. I'll bring the stuff to take care of that. But yeah, so look forward to that. I will be, and I know that it may seem like here that I'm not that great at articulating things, but I will be doing the hosting duty as of now, unless I find someone better to do it of the show. But I will have notes and things and be prepared, so it won't be bad. I promise. But yeah. GE, you guys are actually going to like set up your own little area and stuff there. Is that correct?
Yeah, we actually we went all out and we got like a sort of like one of those tent things, and we got some Rocket City Reason stuff. Some like what are they? I can't remember. They're like the little canvas drape things. We got one of those for that. We got one of those for GE, and we're gonna have a table set up and everything like that. So yeah, we're gonna have a whole spread there, I guess you could say. Better than last year. Last year we about cooked in the sun. I think my Fitbit that I had on said I had about like 400 minutes of like canopy and banners. Yes, I had like 400 minutes of like high heart rate activity because of how hot it was, and I was out there trying to help as much as I could with everything. But yeah, it was kind of crazy. So we're gonna have like a whole tent, a whole spread there for people to stay out of the sun in and everything, and so it's gonna be great.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah. Look forward to snagging some more people to join us at Rocket City Reason this year.
Yeah, definitely. Well, hey, I've actually got to head out now, but I'm so glad that I was here to see that we met the goal and we're going to blow past it. So happy to help out with this effort this year, and I can't wait to see everybody at the protest.
Looking forward to it. Good to see you, John.
Thanks, John. Good to see you, man.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you, brother.
Right.
Nice to meet you.
See you soon, GE. We'll be seeing each other in a few days.
Yep. All right. I'll see y'all later.
Later, buddy. All right. So we
Last
just got
year,
a raid from Captive Desk. Thanks, Dave, for that. Dave was there last year.
it's awesome. Last year, the day before the protest, John and I and a few John, the skeptic, and their wives and I toured the Creation Museum, and we had a lot of fun there, kind of making fun of the displays and stuff. I cosplayed a Christian for a little bit. It was kind of fun.
Yeah. That's always a blast, getting the cosplay as a Christian. I went to a church a couple of nights ago, and so they were having they put on YouTube that they were having this like luau inspired cookout community thing, and I was like, well, like stop by and see what's going on here, see who these people are, because I find people that way to talk to about stuff that way, I first of all, there was no they had hot dogs, there was no luau side to it, and Turns out that it was a fundamentalist group, and that I sat down and talked to a lady that said she was a biblical literalist, but said that she also preaches and teaches in the church, which she said that some of her church members don't like. Yeah, which is I'm making a point here, by the way. This goes back to like these people like AIG and Ken Ham who call themselves biblical literalists and stuff, and just one of the many dangerous ideas. AIG actually has their employees sign a faith statement. Let's see the point. And it's a very anti-LGBTQ thing. And so, I would like to have,
Uh-oh.
Did we lose Joe?
Oh, no.
Good talk, guys. Good talk.
Comms check, Joe.
It happens.
So, last year, Seth and I actually had a conversation with one of the local police officers. Let me turn the camera off. It will help. We had a conversation with one of the local police officers, a couple conversations actually, and he told us that he used to be an employee of the Ark Encounter, and said that there was a group that came in, and somehow they knew that this group was part of the LGBTQ community, and his fellow coworkers were saying some really awful stuff and being really rude, being bigots as they do sometimes. And he said, like, hey guys, I understand we signed the thing and we're not LGBTQ and all that stuff, but like, you don't have to act that way. And what happened to him, Seth?
Long story short, they canned him. He wasn't, extreme enough, right? So, it goes to show again that this mindset, if you go to deviate from it in any way, you're done. So, yeah, that conversation actually is on my channel. I think it was the Kent Hovind response. I showed some B-roll, but yeah, he pulled up and
it was.
We talked, and he not only showed or shared with us here his experience with the working for them, but also, he was very supportive of our right to do what we were doing. I didn't get the impression that he necessarily agreed with the message. I don't know, but he was very supportive of our right to be there. So, big shout out to the cops in that area. They were very, very good with us.
Yeah. So Kent Hovind's people called the cops on us and said we were blocking the interstate exit at one point, or entrance at one point. And the cops showed up, and he showed up kind of fiery at first, right? Like he was like, what are you guys doing? And we got a call. And
well, I don't want to conflate the two, because initially he pulled up to make sure everything was good. And then when they had that call, John Gleason was actually speaking at the time, and two cops roll up. And I think it was a corporal, maybe, low-level supervision comes out, and he's kind of like, what's going on? We're getting a call that y'all are impeding traffic, which, is fair. You got a protest going on and you have that reported. So they're investigating that. But I don't think that even came across as, like, aggressive. It was just more urgent, would have been how I would have described it. But two separate, different conversations with that, yeah.
Yeah, Kent Hovind had last year made all these streams and went on and on about he's coming down there to counter protest and stuff. And I had suspected that he wouldn't show up, and I didn't really care if he showed up or not. I know a lot of people were interested in confronting him personally or whatever, and that's fine. I understand. But what they ended up doing is some of his goons drove by on their way to Ohio to pick up a I don't know.
Hermit crab.
Chocolate.
A fiberglass hermit crab. Yeah. God.
but they drove by and snapped some pictures while GE was speaking, right? And then that's right when the cops showed up, and
Of course, of
yeah,
course.
so. But also later, I confirmed that they did call the cops on us. Like I know that for a fact. I'm not just assuming it now. They admitted it later. So yeah, one of the things that I try to put out there is that like we had Christians attend this event last year as well as atheists and agnostics and these things that go on with AIG and stuff, you don't have to be an atheist to be against violations of the Establishment Clause separating church and state, or some of this anti-LGBTQ faith statement nonsense. Like, if you want to come join us, whoever you are, come join us. You'll be welcome. We'll feed you. We'll give you free water. You'll be treated equally to everybody else. So yeah, that's the difference between us and them.
Just try not to
sure.
be bigoted while you're there, I guess, right?
Yeah, that would be helpful. Yeah.
I don't know if many of you know this, but I'm actually a silversmith. I make sterling silver jewelry, and I go out and I was at a farmer's market this morning, and I had a gentleman said something very bigoted, and I didn't say a smart response, but I did say something to him, and I said something like, "Well, I like to respect everybody," and he said, "Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm 50. I'm in my 50s." And I was like, "Oh, I didn't realize that when you turned 50, you got a license to become a bigot, right?"
That part.
But I did shout after him, "Yeah, I'm 66." So I think I get to be bigoted twice, maybe, because I'm in my 60s. I'm not sure about that one.
Yeah.
No, you lose it when you turn 60.
Do you lose it? Do you get it back when you turn 70?
I don't know. I'm not 70 yet.
Okay. Or that's when you go out and start yelling at the kids to get off your lawn, right? In your
Right.
70s? Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I mean, Trump is 79 and openly bigoted, so maybe it does come back.
It does come back, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Anyway, we won't go down that road.
Politicality tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern.
Exactly. Way to plug the show, Seth. Way to work that in there.
Yeah, right.
Right, you like that, huh?
You guys
I
just
need
said
to
it
get
so
going.
matter-of-factly.
Thank you for having me on. It's been a pleasure.
Well, thank you so much.
See you soon.
For joining us,
Godless Granny.
and thank you for being
Such an honor
part
to
of
meet
this.
you, sister. I really appreciate
And,
you.
yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, Godless Granny, before you go, I just really appreciate you being here, and it's so nice to meet you. I really love what you do with your show. And thank you for the extra donation. I'll make sure to give you a shout out when we get this last 3 in for this final $100 match here, but appreciate your support.
Okay, and I'll need to have you on as a guest on my show sometime. I love to have guests on that have new channels and let people know what you're doing.
It would be an honor to speak with
Okay.
you in person. Absolutely.
Great.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Good to see you again, Kelley.
Have a good night, Kelley.
Hey.
So,
I'll go few now, but soon we shall cover the earth like flies.
yeah. Yeah, Kelley, I didn't know who you were when we met last year.
I didn't. You know what, Joe? I didn't know who you were either. To be honest with you.
Well, that's not surprising.
I was really. I knew who you were. This is the thing. I knew I had seen you on the internet, but I didn't recognize you when I saw you there. So and I felt really embarrassed after. I was like driving home, and I was like, "Oh, duh!" And it hit me. So I was really embarrassed, honestly. But I was really glad to meet you because I did get to meet you anyway. So
Yeah. No. Yeah, we talked a little bit too. We sat down and talked to each other.
Yeah,
And I think I've actually got a couple pictures that you're in.
Yeah, I've definitely got pictures you're in. So
yeah, but like the atheist community, or what we call the atheist community. I don't know. The atheist community, we'll say it that way. Most people understand that term. So, we make a lot of content and stuff, correcting bad signs and speaking out against young Earth creationism and anti-intellectualism and a number of things like that. And I just want to be really clear that that's not the only thing that like goes on with AIG. Like the Kentucky taxpayers have subsidized the building and preparation and land and all that stuff for the Ark to be there, and that is a big problem for me anyway, and for the Kentucky taxpayers that pay for it, obviously. Um, there's just it's not just an anti-religious thing or talking out against like, oh, young earth creation is a lie, which it is, but it's not just that. Like there's more to this, and I want to, like, every year I think it's good to have some sort of call to action involved with uh we're not just going and shitting on Ken Ham and AIG, right? Like there's more to it than that. And this year, I mean, I think it's really important to tell people to get out there and vote. And
Right.
we're going out and speaking up at the place where these people reside about the things they're doing. You can go out and speak up with your vote, and you can go out and we can do a little to start on the road back to repairing some of the damage that's been done. So that's just kind of where my thoughts are at as far as like the thing that I really want to have be a recurring theme this year.
For
I just
sure.
always leave it hanging in a weird place, don't I?
No, you just pass it off. No, it is multifaceted. There are multiple things that we can look at, whether it is the corruption and the financial stuff and the lies and deception that was pitched to the people of the community. Oh, it's going to bring in all this money and all these people and all this tourism, and we see how that's going. We look at the education and how it's damaging kids. There's a lot of different reasons to get involved with this specific event, and I think that's going to bring a lot of us together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, the indoctrination of children is just. I mean, that's the big problem, isn't it? I mean, all the adult Christians that we're having problems with, it's because most of them were 98% of them were indoctrinated as children. Toy boat, toy boat, toy boat. I can't talk, and. Sorry, I just threw myself off doing that. But yeah, I mean that's the big problem is that indoctrination thing, and that's what we really need to stop. I think. I mean that to me is the biggest problem with religion is latching onto the children like that, or onto people who are at a really really low point in their life. How many times? Well, I was a drug addict living on the streets, and then I found Jesus. So yeah.
Yeah. Taking advantage of people that are vulnerable emotionally is, when you really examine that is one of the most disgusting parts about how religion approaches people, because it finds the people who are the most susceptible because they're in pain, and then they exploit that. So very very toxic aspect of it too.
And promise just one more thing. Just got to do one more thing, and we'll get there. One more thing, and the pain will stop. Right? Yeah.
So that's actually something that's very close to me, because I was a drug addict on the streets and came to atheism, which is a weird sentence.
Yeah,
but,
Joe, I'm there with you, dude. It's totally there with you. Same story.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I
didn't
tell
mean to cut
people
you off.
atheism saved my life. Like,
Yeah.
Once I realized, like that the world is a bigger place, and time is limited here, and to value, what I can do here with that time now, more than worrying about the afterlife and saying sorry to people that I didn't hurt, rather than people that I did, imaginary people that I didn't hurt at that. But, that really, once I really started to embrace that, and it was like, I was already like said I didn't believe in stuff, but like I had started watching some Christopher Hitchens debates, and eventually found Aaron Ra and the Atheist Experience and people I could relate to, uh, and things, doing some of those call-in shows and stuff, and it just it gave me a different perspective on life and the world and what I was doing with myself, and so yeah, and big news on what you just mentioned though. There is a religious based inpatient rehab service in this area that I know for a fact has caused the death of a number of my friends from their actions, kicking them out in the street for not praying right or not having their shirt tucked in, or just stupid little things after they had been clean for some time and they went out and used after that and died. So, and I could name names if we need to go there, but the they just got hit with a big federal lawsuit, and they're the people are going to prison, and so that sorry, excuse me, the those kind of faith-based recovery things, like, I get it. Any way that you get better and get off drugs that works is great. I'm glad that you did it whatever way you did it. But in the long term, the success rates versus the death rates and overdose rates and things of people who in faith-based recovery centers shows that there's a problem there, and that these things actually do a lot of harm to a lot of people. So yeah, that's something that I can definitely relate to, Kelley.
Yeah. Hey, I had the same story. I really was. I was a drug addicted alcoholic living on the streets, and I got better because I realized that there was no supernatural force that was going to save me. It was, if I was going to get better, it was going to be because of me, So
Yeah.
so I gave up the idea. I was really immersed, not so much in, not at all in Christianity, but I was totally immersed in New Age thought. I always say New Age, so it's one word and rhymes with sewage.
Yeah.
Well, what you guys are talking about is so important, and it really resonates with me personally as well. Even though I'm actually a lifelong agnostic, I've never been a believer, but I do empathize with having the deconstruction process, or having to go through that, because I come from the streets myself, and I also had to get off of drugs and alcohol and a lot of other bad habits. But for me, it relates to what you're saying is because what the way I got my life turned around was realizing that I was blaming myself for a lot of things that happened in my childhood that just weren't my fault. And at the same time, I was not taking responsibility for the shit that I was doing wrong. And religion feeds into that type of mentality. It's the same thing, right? You get blamed for being born into sin, which is completely ridiculous, right? Because the naked lady ate the magic fruit because the talking snake told her to do it. Now everybody's going to hell. That literally makes no sense. And people, they feed into this guilt system, and that's literally what religion is built upon, is this guilt system that you're not good enough, you're not a good person, you're not worthy of whatever the good afterlife is unless you toe this particular line. And it's extremely abusive to people psychologically, in my opinion.
Especially, as we mentioned, people who are in a weak state of mind to begin with, that are already struggling, right? Yeah,
And that's what makes
sickening.
it
It really
hilarious.
is.
Because, like you said, they're in a vulnerable position, and they do target people that are in a vulnerable position, and children are in the most vulnerable position of anybody, right? And that's so much of this comes through the indoctrination process, like this Ark Encounter, like we mentioned at the beginning of this show before you came in. That's the reason that I'm so passionate about this event, because I see what it is for what it is. It's targeting children. It's trying to indoctrinate them at a young age to distrust science. And that's the problem I have with it, because when they're telling you, oh, no, you can't trust science, the earth is only 6,000 years old, that's insane if you think about it. And these people do. I talk to adults right now who are able to vote, which is really scary. And they will say, no, the Bible, Genesis is literally true. And people were around when the dinosaurs were here. Or I've had Christians tell me literally that the devil planted all the dinosaur bones to make it look like the earth was really old.
I've heard that.
Faith.
Straight face, that's insane. And I'm just thinking, I don't know what to say to a person who actually believes something like that.
My
Yeah,
son and
that's
I
insane.
run a rock shop, and we had a woman and her daughter came in, and my son was showing them a trilobite fossil, and he mentioned to him that it was 3.5 million years old, and the mother said, "Well, we believe the Earth's only 6,500 years old." And my son looked at, I got a good giggle out of it. He looked at her and he said, then he looked at the daughter and said, "That may be, but this trilobite fossil, it's 3.5 million years old."
Yeah.
It's funny
Yeah,
you
I
say
know that.
that. There's actually some home video footage of me and my ex-wife and our kids that there's really no way I could practically release. But the conversation we had in an aquarium down at Myrtle Beach one year for family vacation, it's all recorded on this video clip where I'm essentially mumbling under my breath while they're giving this demonstration, and the kids are, petting this whatever the creatures are, and they're looking at all these things, and this guy's giving this information, and I'm just like, no, it's a lie. Oh, the whole time it's hilarious to me to look back and see the indoctrination then and cringe at it now. So I feel you on that, definitely, Kelley.
All right. Well, I'm going to take a minute and talk about another one of our sponsors real quick.
Cool.
And next up, we got my buddies from the Tri-State Freethinkers.
Woohoo!
All right. Tri-State Freethinkers is a social community and activist group for atheists, agnostics, humanists, secularists, that's a hard word, and non-religious people and friends in the greater Cincinnati region. We have regular social gatherings, community service, volunteering opportunities, activism efforts, and sometimes speakers. And they have been doing this Ark Protest thing for a while too. I feel like they were a little shy in the bio there. This is the 10th anniversary because they did it 7 out of the 8 years before I did it last year.
Mm-hmm.
And that number's weird like that because they didn't do it. There was a year it didn't happen because of the pandemic. That's why we went from 8 to 10. Jim and Chrissy Helton, Seth and Lil, and of course Objective Ethics hasn't met them. Mandisa, you and I probably know them.
The longest, yeah.
And Jim and Chrissy is how I got involved with Tri-State Freethinkers, and they actually showed up at the protest last year in huge numbers, and made up a big portion of the people there. But Jim, I first met Jim, and he had been president of American Atheists, and then he got with Tri-State Freethinkers, and they grew it into this large group. And Jim has worked with everybody. Jim knows everyone in atheism going back many years, and is a super cool guy, and has gave me a lot of pointers and help along the way and stuff. And Chrissy's been awesome, and Carlos, one of the other board members over there at Tri-State Freethinkers, has been great to work with. I've met, I attended one of their board meetings here recently, and it was a board meeting about this. So, but yeah, really great people to work with, and they show up for the protests, and they have an excellent organization. So they will actually be providing lunch for everybody at the protest. Come on down and get some free pizza. And man, that pizza is good. Last year that was some of the best pizza ever. It was good stuff.
Yeah.
But
from a local spot, it wasn't a chain restaurant.
Yeah.
I'll eat the pieces for you, Lil.
You can't eat pizza?
I can't. Tomato sauce. I'm allergic to tomatoes.
Which? Oh, wait.
You got to have one of those white pizzas.
Yeah, right. I was gonna say they make other types of pizza now. Mm-hmm. So for those who have tomato allergies, then that should be yeah.
We won't forget you, Lil. Don't worry.
No.
You will.
Someone will eat
everything my family does.
Yeah.
No,
My family forgets me all the time.
I'm your family now, motherfucker. We won't forget you.
Pretty much.
What I
I
loved
got Joe and
about
Seth. I'm happy.
Yes, what I loved about last year's protest is the three Kellys. So you had Kelly Laughlin, Godless Granny, Kelly Pearsall, and Kelly King from who represents our Detroit affiliate for Black non-believers. And so that was her first time ever being at the Ark Encounter protest. I first met her when we produced the Women of Color Beyond Belief conference in 2021. That was the one we did in 2021. And so she's been a part of our and by the way, we do a cruise convention as well. So it's a better boat, by the way. Yeah, better boat, but just that her getting a sense of and feeling all of the the love and the welcome and just connecting with all the other Kellys. It was just such a great experience. And so it was just so great to see her, definitely her open up and talk more to folks. And even one of our other folks from Detroit came down. No, from Columbus came down. So yeah, that was fantastic, and that's always the thing that I like, in addition to, protesting that monstrosity of a quote unquote attraction, is for all of us to meet each other. And that was just such a great trifecta.
Yeah.
I had a blast. You know what? I thought I embarrassed myself because I was fanboying a little bit on you, Mandisa.
Oh, gosh.
I was so honored to meet you. I really was. But me and the other two Kellys, we have gotten together on both their channels. We call ourselves the Council of Kellys.
Yes.
I love that.
Love it.
Absolutely. That always makes me feel weird when people are like, "Oh my gosh, man!"
Yeah,
It's so strange.
Yeah, I get it because it's happened to me, and it always makes me feel weird too. So I was trying to dial it back so I didn't make you feel weird.
It's just a thing that happens, but I'm gonna be really, I'm really excited. It really does make me feel good when I meet all of y'all in person. It really does. And to see folks who are just as passionate about this as I am. And my hat goes off to all of the organizers, like Joe and the folks who really put these things together, because folks will see the end result, but they don't know what goes into it. And so it really takes a lot to get together and organize and put these things together for folks. So, and I know this from doing, from being with, running Black non-believers for 15 years. So, my hat always goes off to the organizers of the community and who makes these experiences happen and make them real for others.
And even the people that you've known for a long time, when you finally get to meet them in person, it makes everything so much better, I guess. It really does.
Yeah, it really
Yeah,
does.
I'm really looking forward to meeting you, Mandisa. I've been on like 3 or 4 streams with you at this point.
Yeah. Yeah. Now at this point, yeah, we're almost like old buddies. So is seeing each other all over the place, and I think that's that's really just fantastic.
For sure.
Yeah. So it's really like this last month and stuff going up to where it starts, and Mandisa for sure knows about all this, but like last year it was incredibly stressful because I've never put together anything. My channel's small in the in the scene. It's small anyway. I'm so grateful for every subscriber and person that watches and all that stuff, that we're like I think we're right under 1,600 subscribers now. And like last year, I had not ever done anything other than, hosting a show on here. And I had heard that the Ark Protest wasn't happening, and it's something that I feel strongly about. And so, it was really Tri-State Freethinkers. I got with them and was like, "Hey, what's going on?" And they were like, "Yeah, we've been doing this for years, and it's just such a job and everything, and we just want to wait till the 10th year to do it again." And I said, "No," I said, "this really needs to keep happening." I said, like, what can I do? And like, you have the blueprint and all the stuff to do it with. Can I like use your stuff to set it up? And like, I'll get everybody there and do the fundraising and do all the stuff. But like, can I just use the stuff? And they were like, "Yeah, of course. Like sure." And we would love to be there, and we'll consult and help in whatever way we can, from the side. This year, Tri-State Freethinkers, they're actually donating the stage to me at the end of the protest. I'm bringing it
Wow,
up.
nice.
Very
Wait a
cool.
minute. Are you trying to tell me that a bunch of atheists are being nice? They actually have morals and are being nice to people?
Yeah.
Wow.
Cool piece of history, Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, we'll write it down somewhere. Find a book somewhere. But they, I couldn't have done it without them, because if I would have had to come up with all that stuff too, there's just no way that I had the reach to get to that, and it just wasn't possible. So it's because of what they've built and done over the years and stuff that I'm able to even take this over. And I think of Newton. If I've seen further than others, it's because I've stood atop the shoulders of giants. So I always defer to the other people that make it possible. I'm just the guy who doesn't care to speak up and say something.
Sounds to me like you're selling yourself short.
Well,
I second that, but
yeah.
It's fun for me, and it's something that I think is necessary. So as long as people continue to support it and want to do it, I'll do my best to keep it going.
Yeah, and I can tell you, Joe, that there are plenty of times where you may feel like, you know what, fuck it, I don't want to do this anymore. I can certainly tell you I've been there, but I do want to echo what everyone else is saying. It's like, I think that, again, my hat goes off to anyone who steps in and gets it, and puts it together. And so I think I think it's important that you keep it going for as much as you can, for as long as you can, because we'll be willing to support it. We'll be willing to do whatever we can to make sure that we help you out. So, absolutely.
Well, it's definitely a group effort thing. Objective Ethics, you want to read that super chat?
Yeah, and I apologize about the initials I used because I didn't know if I'd have enough characters to get everybody's name, but I definitely want to shout out our very own Lil of all trades, the Detroit Atheist Queen, Godless Granny, thanks to her. Titan, actually Tony the Troll, I think is what he told me to say there. Deviant Outcast, In Time, Aunt Jer, and of course, Limited Light. Thank you very much for supporting my channel, but most importantly, thank you for motivating me to continue to support this financially, because it is a really important event. So that's really a credit to you guys, not to myself. And I appreciate all the support from everyone who showed up to the show today, because the views, make sure you hit the like button, all that kind of good stuff. Share the video, subscribe to everybody who's on the panel, and keep this community working together, because we do need to focus on more community concepts within the skeptic community, so to speak, because that's one of the pushbacks that I hear a lot from theists. They will say, well, I have a group of people that I can relate to, right? It's easy for me. I go to my church, I have my Bible studies, I have my whatever, and they have all these programs they set aside, programs for the kids and all this other stuff, right? So as skeptics, we need to understand that when people leave the religion, that's a huge vacuum it creates, right, for them socially speaking, and even having financial support if they're in trouble. So whatever we can do to support each other, put together events in your local community, and I would really encourage us to try and focus on that, because it really is important, because I know there are people that I talk to that are struggling with their deconstruction because they miss the community aspect. I also know people who are what we might refer to as Sunday Christians, if that's the right way of putting that, because they basically go to church on Sundays because they want to be around people, even though they don't necessarily even hold the beliefs. And if we can pull them away from that environment that we all think is unhealthy, because a religion is just a cult, right? Why would we want anybody to have to be around a cult just so they can have social interaction, right? We got to be providing a better way for these people.
Yeah.
So true.
Well said. Well said. Welcome back, Noah.
Hey, good to be back.
Hi, Noah.
Hey, how are you?
Noah.
It's it's a weird thing, because this particular corner of what we call the atheist community has had some drama and things going on lately, and there's been, we're not going to bring up any names and stuff. I'm not going to give anybody that much air, but there's been a lot of things going on and stuff, and it's really been great that it's we've had a lot of divide and people lost friends and all that stuff, but for the most part we came together and made new friends, and we took those problems and leveraged them into a positive, rather than sitting and being down about it. We've laughed about it some, we've laughed at the things we should laugh at, is what we've laughed at. And we've taken seriously the things we need to take seriously. And that brings up this topic of safety, right? So let's talk about that for a minute, because I think the Ark Encounter protest is kind of a unique event among all these conventions and stuff that goes on. It's not exactly the same as the others. Like, we don't have a huge hotel with hundreds of people all there and stuff. I mean, that doesn't mean something bad can't happen, but my number one thing, and Objective Ethics and I talked about this earlier, but like, my number one thing is just keep track of yourself. Don't get silly, blackout drunk, and wander off alone, or put yourself in a situation in any way, whether you're drunk or not. Don't put yourself in a situation where anything could happen, and you can never be 100% sure that of everybody's safety. But I do want to ensure everyone that myself and others are closely paying attention to things and keeping an eye on what's going on. And anybody that has any concerns with those things can reach out to me, and we can have that conversation. I rambled long enough.
No, that's a very important point, Joe, and I'm glad you brought it up, because I have worked professionally in this industry, and it's the number one thing that you have to remember for your security is your own responsibility. You've got to make good choices. The other thing is to try to stay in groups at all times. At least we call it the buddy system, right? Stay with at least one other person, and that's your first two best defenses against having any problems. So I would recommend, and then of course there's the health aspect. Make sure you're drinking plenty of fluids. Make sure people know where you are and where you're going, that type of thing. Make sure you've got solid transportation and a backup plan. You're in communication with people that you can trust.
Absolutely. Yeah, totally agree. It's personal responsibility, and we are in a community where we pride ourselves in the fact that we take responsibility for our own thoughts and our beliefs now, and this is us running our lives, right? So it should be relatively easy for us to look at these events and say, hey, I'm going to be extra careful not to put myself in a spot that's questionable, or allow myself to indulge to a point that's questionable. It really is just be a responsible grown-up and have a great time with your friends. I mean, it's not difficult. So I think there's a lot of good things in place to point us in that direction.
Yeah.
And I have to go I basically have to go right now. But before I do, I just want to say that our community really does a very, very good job of looking out for each other. We really, really do. If there is something that we see, or if we see someone is in trouble, we really do try to help folks, and we tend to make sure that everyone is safe at our events. And so this notion, first of all, I want to go back to what Objective Ethics was saying about community. And I just want to say religion in the church does not have they don't have the monopoly on fellowship. They don't have the monopoly on community. They never have, and they never will. And I think that it's important for us to remind each other that that is the case, and that we can set better examples for how to build better community, especially now that we don't have the dogma, for with us. So, but yeah, no, it's like, we tend to be very, very, we tend to be very, very, not just guarded, but we are very protective of each other. And so a lot of our events, almost all of our events are very, very safe, and we have a good rapport with each other. We develop it, and everyone, tends to have a very, very good time. So I just want to say that, to make sure that the positives definitely outweigh the challenges in these areas. And so with that, I'm looking forward to the Ark Encounter protest. And this week is going to be crazy for me, and for the folks that be in, because we are getting ready for the Revival of Reason, and there is still an opportunity for you to support that, and to support Black non-believers and our efforts for our 15 years in existence. And we want to continue to support and collaborate with Joe and the folks at the Ark Encounter protest, as well as the other events that we will be a part of. So thank you once again, and congratulations on reaching your fundraising goal. So yeah, we're looking forward to it next in July.
Yeah, I just dropped links for Mandisa and Black Non-Believers in the chat there. Go support that. Revival of Reason coming up soon. Mandisa. We'll always share Kent Hovind.
I know, yeah. Oh gosh, yes. Jeez.
Thank you so much for being here. And
Great to see you, Mandisa.
Thank you. It's always
You
a
too.
pleasure. Thank y'all so much. Y'all have a good night.
Bye,
Mandisa.
Mandisa. It was good
Bye.
to see you again.
You too.
And looking forward to seeing you at the Ark protest.
Yes, same here. I'm
Absolutely.
looking forward to seeing all of you. Y'all have a good night.
You too.
Right.
Yeah,
All
I really
right,
like.
so-
I really like what they said about the not having a monopoly, on community. That was actually really well said, and I think I recognize that it's not fair, but the truth of the matter is, if we want to encourage and motivate people to leave these cults, we need to give them something that they want to that inspires them to do that, which means we have to set the example, right? And I recognize it's not fair, because why should we have to be more accepting and more patient and more humble than they are, when they're the ones that are making these harmful actions and harmful decisions? It's because we have to set the right example, right? And so, as unfair as that is, that's just the way the cookie crumbles, so to speak.
Absolutely. Real quick, April had said in chat, and I'll put it back up on screen here. I'm a little uncomfortable with this emphasis on the actions of potential victims, giving a very "what was she wearing" sort of vibe. April, I am sorry if it came off that way. That's why I included that. Like, these things can happen anytime, anywhere. They absolutely can, and we are just looking for the most accountability for each other that we can have. It's not a victim shaming or denial thing in any way whatsoever. And I'm sorry that it came off that way to you. I absolutely do not feel that way, and did not intend that to be the message that was received from this. So I just wanted to address that real quick because that's not at all anything of the sort of what I was saying.
And because I was speaking at the time, I want to echo that sentiment. That's not what I was saying either. There's a lot of complicated, complex issues when it goes into safety and security and all this other stuff. There's a lot of layers. We're not in any way, coming at it from that approach. For the record.
Right. So as far as the system for reporting problems, okay, so what I was mentioning earlier is the Ark Protest is a little different than a lot of these other conventions in that it's a smaller thing and it's a public protest where a lot of members of the public show up, and it happens and ends there as far as the protest part. Now, the weekend that we're spending together, we have only a few people staying in hotel rooms and stuff. Lots of people are staying in one, maybe two Airbnbs. I'll figure that out tomorrow morning. I may have to rent a second one, which is fine. But for that, I am in that Airbnb with those people. And again, I do have people that are paying attention to things that are going on. I have been in contact with both the local police, county police, and state police in the area, telling them that we're there and what we're doing and what's going on. This is a small town in Kentucky where you call the cops and they show up immediately. And so, that's on this small scale like this. I feel like that is the best way that I can handle it. I'm open to suggestions to doing otherwise, but this is not an event where we have dedicated security people and stuff. This is a community funded event where we go do a protest out in the public. So as for the housing situation and stuff, there's people are around each other mostly the whole time there. There's not like people left in the house and stuff. We're all pretty much doing the same thing, moving in groups, and so that's
Right.
why the have a buddy and stick with somebody and stuff kind of thing was put forth. So that's just an overview of that. Again, I'm open to any suggestions to do it differently.
Well, if
I
I
think
can
the best,
add just, oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, all right, brother. I think the best thing you could do, I think you've already done it and you already know, is that just informing the police, the local police, what you're going to be doing and when you're going to be there. Because, like you said, they don't have a whole lot going on in that town. So they will be expecting that, they need to be aware of the situation, that there's potential problems. And I think that's your first step right there, is just making sure they're already aware, so that if and when, and hopefully you don't have to, but if you do have to call them, they already have maybe a couple extra officers on shift or whatever, measures they're going to take.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you went first, because I was just going to touch on and give a little bit of reassurance. I was in law enforcement for 8.5 years in a small town. So the way this plays out for them is they know that this is a controversial issue. And I guarantee you there's going to be officers, on duty sitting just out of sight in case something goes sideways. Through the permitting process and things like that, they're going to know, plus whatever contact, Joe has with them. They are going to be fully aware and very close by in case something goes off. If nothing else, for the fact that we had issues last year, right, with the traffic being impeded allegedly and all that, they're going to be very aware of it. So we do have that layer of protection there close by.
Absolutely. All right. Well, we Noah left and went and ate dinner without us, and came
It was
back.
really good too. She made these like feta and red pepper stuffed mushrooms. It was so good. Sorry.
Oh, man.
You're not sorry.
That possum isn't looking great tonight. I don't eat possum, but I know some people around here that do. Weirdos. Yeah. Don't move to rural Kentucky. But Yeah. So Noah, you and Seth will be speaking the night before the 11th at. It starts at 2 p.m. Is that correct?
Yeah, it goes from 2 to 5.
And what is the just an overview of what you're doing, the focus of what you're doing there?
Well, so Seth is doing a lot of the setup, so I'm actually just going to show up with the talk in hand and hope for the best. But it should be a ton of fun. He's going to do a talk. I'm going to do a talk. I'm going to be talking about having a heart attack as an atheist in a very religious part of the country. You're in rural Kentucky. I'm in rural Georgia, so I think we're pretty much tied. It's just muggier here, I would imagine. And Seth's doing a talk. I believe he's doing a talk about white Jesus, which I'm really excited about. There's also some other stuff he's got in mind. We're going to be playing some games, taking some questions from the audience, and it should be an awesome time. It's very similar to the event he did with Forrest Valkai and Gutsick Gibbon. If anybody's familiar with that event, I think we're going to pattern it after that same thing, and should be a lot of fun. I always have a blast with Seth. It's intimidating as hell being on stage with him because you're tempted to talk like this the whole time. It's really hard, but I think I'm going to make it happen.
Yeah, I was. That's what I was going to do if Seth showed up tonight. I would have read my first sponsor bio in my best Kentucky Seth Andrews voice. My accent doesn't really allow for it, but I would have tried.
Yeah, he's a pro, man. He's a pro. It's fun. We've like many of the people that involved in this, we've been on the same stage at different events before, but we've never shared a stage at the same time before, and I'm really excited about that. Seth is a really good guy. I know you've met him. He is as a genuine a person as you'll meet in the movement, and I'm always happy to have a chance to get together with him.
Yeah, Seth is one of those guys that I started watching early on. Whenever I first discovered, hey, there's a bunch of atheists on YouTube, and Seth was always cool because he understood the value of talking to people where they are. Even when he does these call-in shows, he can do a call-in show with Matt or Arn or whoever, and Matt may get worked up and yell at somebody or whatever. That may happen during a Matt Dillahunty show, but by the way, we love Matt here. It's nothing against Matt. But Seth always is the one that. Now wait a minute. What did you say here? Explain this to me. And always just does a great job of communicating with people calmly and on subject. He's one of the people I watched too early on, and I didn't know you, Noah, and everybody was like, "You don't know who the Scathing Atheist is?" And I was like, "I've heard that, but I don't know who is that." And I didn't know you, but
yeah, we weren't on. We really didn't have a presence on YouTube until very recently. We just really started doing video in the last couple of weeks. We were always audio only, so pretty much anybody looking for us on YouTube wasn't going to find much.
Yeah. But you do some. People love your video reviews, your movie reviews.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe I am at this point probably amongst the world's leading experts in Christian cinema. I've watched well over 500 Christian movies by now. So
I don't think I could stand that.
I couldn't.
Yeah, that's incredible, Noah. Really, truly, when you think about it.
Yeah. No, we've got to be closing in on 1,000 hours now. I mean, probably over 1,000 hours, collectively. Obviously, I'm not on every episode. No one of us could stand all of them, but
Kevin Sorbo was enough for me.
I've seen so many Kevin Sorbo movies.
Yeah.
I've probably seen more Kevin Sorbo movies than his mother.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, definitely. I used to watch this channel called it was bad movies is what it was. It was like the most awful, just low grade movies, and so many of them were Christian movies. Like it was, and I got stoned with a couple friends and watched Eric Hovind at the Ark thing.
Ooh,
And we
Night at
had,
the Ark Encounter.
Oh
yeah,
yeah, we did that one.
yeah.
Boy, you want to talk
So
about low budget? Holy crap!
yeah, right. The but yeah, there's so many bad choices there to do. You know what my favorite movie as a kid was? I was born in '82, so anybody have a guess? Lil probably already knows. The Ten Commandments with Charlton Heston.
As a kid.
Yeah, I wore out those videotapes.
Wow.
Well, I was raised in fundamentalist community, so like,
Yeah, I guess like that's one of the few that you'd be able to watch that had like a big budget.
yeah.
So, yeah. Well, it's really
Yeah.
interesting when you go back into the like 70s and 60s and stuff in Christian cinema because, nowadays anybody who wants to make a movie can make a movie and it doesn't cost anything. But your time, if you're willing to make a bad enough movie. But back in the 70s, back in the 80s, it actually, like, to make a movie, even a terrible movie, was very expensive. And so if you wanted to, there was a certain quality that you had to reach before anybody was willing to spend that kind of money, unless you could talk a bunch of Christians, a bunch of churches into financing your movie, right? Which is why so many of the very worst movies of the 70s, 60s, 70s, 80s were Christian movies, because that's the only way that you could get something financed that was that bad, right? Is if people had ulterior motives to make it beyond making their money back.
That would make
Yeah.
a great mockumentary.
Oh yeah, you guys
You know,
with
make
that.
the making
You're
of
a
the
world-leading
movie. That's great.
expert.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you are a world-leading expert in Christian films. I mean, it's an idea, right? We respect and admire your ability to get through them all, for sure. I could not do that as my main focus of content.
This reminds me of a wild story, just if I may, just divert for a second, because you're talking about movies. I was working as a very young man. I had a bunch of different jobs, and one of my jobs was working at a call center that was an outbound, and it was a Christian organization, and we used church directories as our basically as where we would get the phone numbers from, and we sold Christian movies. And I was not a religious person at all. And I remember one night I took too much acid and I was still frying balls when I went to work the next day. And I ended up setting a sales record by lunchtime. It was amazing. They're like, "Oh, you're so good at this job." It was so insane. And I'm thinking to myself, I can't believe these people don't know that I am literally seeing like purple elephants running around the room right now, and I'm just slinging these Christian movies left and right. God, that was a crazy, crazy day.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Makes me wonder
me
how
and
many preachers are twisted, how bent when they're up there, just half cocked, and they're just like, giving the word, and people are like, "Amen, preach it, brother," and he's just up there. Just,
Oh, there's some stimulants on board with some of these charismatic preachers, for
absolutely.
sure.
The holy rollers and stuff. Oh my God, those guys got to be on something.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're preaching and the vein in your forehead looks like Vince McMahon,
Yeah.
on a wrestling special, you're doing too much, right? At
I
that
don't
point.
think that your teeth do what Joel Osteen's teeth do without cocaine do. I think there's got to be.
It's
Anyway,
very fair.
I've got
very
to I've
fair.
got to run for a little bit, but I will possibly be back later. We will see on how that goes. Me and Seth will be live after this too on his channel.
Right on. Ambush
Alrighty.
and Lil of All Trades. You guys are linked in the description, and I'll drop your links in the chat right now for everybody. I think most everybody knows who you are, but I will drop them there. There's Lou and Seth, and it's linked in the description of the video too. And yeah, jump back on in a little bit, guys, if you want.
All right.
Yeah.
It was really nice to have met you for the first time. And Seth, I always enjoy speaking to you, brother. Nice to have you.
Yeah,
both
man,
here.
we got, life's been crazy, but you are on my list of somebody to sit down and have a proper conversation with. So thank you for everything you've done with this. I'm also going to try to get back here. I do have to go eat because I didn't have any of the stuffed mushrooms available today. So I'm going to go find my supper and get ready for Apostate Assembly. I will try to make it back, but if not, love y'all seriously. I appreciate what you're doing.
Good meeting you, man.
Hey.
Guys.
You too, Noah.
I've got to get some dinner as well here pretty soon, but I'm actually holding out because I'm hoping to see Robin at some point jump on here.
Yeah,
I absolutely love
she's
her.
here. Let me
Amazing.
clean up the screen and.
Oh, there is this.
There we go.
It's
Yeah,
right there. Absolutely. Everybody, I hope you all have subscribed to Robin's channel. Just have so much respect for this lady. It's nice to see you, Robin.
If you're speaking, we do not hear you. Well, Robin is linked in the.
Because I was
there you
muted.
are.
I was muted. Yeah, that's always best to unmute yourself. Yeah, I was hanging out in the back waiting. Hadn't been there very long though.
Well, it's great to see you. You know, I really appreciate you hosting that debate, hosting and attempting to moderate that debate with Jill. That was insane. Wow, what a shit show. I'm really enjoying his comments he's leaving in that on your channel for that.
Yes, he's yeah. But I thank y'all. Like we got a lot of like interaction from it, engagement. So.
I'm so glad to hear that. There's been a lot of people actually reviewing that debate. Jill has not performed as well as he thinks he has, I don't think.
I don't think Jill has ever performed as well as he thinks he has. Jill might have a little bit of a inflated ego, sort of.
Yeah. How long were you backstage, Robin?
Maybe 3 minutes tops.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just got there.
Yeah, sorry. When I went to remove people, I was like, oh, there's that.
But you told me 10 after 8, so I didn't show up before 10 after 8. So
well, yeah. So you went with your time. I should have told you Eastern time. But I mean, we're on till 11 my time anyway. So
okay. Okay. Well, maybe I was. So does that mean I was early or late?
You were late my time, but if you know. If Will was here, he would talk to you about it.
Oh, yes, Will. I'm always late. Will told me, yes.
But Will will be at the protest again this year, so he'll get to tell you about it. Real quick, I'm slacking on this, so let me read something real quick, and we'll come straight back to you, Robin. So where did I leave off? All right. Sorry, guys. Secularizing US is another sponsor showing up. Secularizing US is a 501c3 nonprofit founded in 2024 in Nashville, Tennessee. Its mission is to connect and support atheists, humanists, non-religious, and secular folks. They host a monthly gathering where they bring believers and non-believers together and have a challenging yet cordial discussions called the Conversation Coalition, and a bi-weekly gathering of secular folks called Secular Occasions for Art and Reason. They work with a bunch of other local national nonprofits to help secular people find their people. Great to be working with them, and they'll have a table and stuff set up at the event as well. So yeah. All right, Robin. You're coming to see us, right? Robin's the other Kentucky atheist, by the way.
Yes, I'm coming. Yeah, I'm like when I first met Joe, I think we were maybe the Line. Was it the Line where we met?
RFR Fundraiser.
Okay, yeah, and we were like, I was like, I saw the Kentucky atheist go by, and I was like, what? I was like, hey, there's two of us.
Yeah. Me and Robin met when I had like one video out. I had published my first televangelist video, and nobody watched it. You know, I didn't have any subscribers. my like second televangelist video got like 20,000 views and did okay. And I picked up like a couple hundred subscribers in like a weekend or something, and was really surprising. And Robin's been here through all that, and we switched to live streaming later. And Robin was my first co-host for the first season of Politicality, leading up to the election of you know, that dude. And so yeah, we had to take a break after that, didn't we, Robin?
Yes, yes, I had to.
It was tough, man. Yeah, it was tough covering politics at that point.
Yeah, I went to bed for like 3 days. My dad is a Trump supporter, of course, and like he even called to check on me because I wasn't. Like he was like, "Are you okay?"
Wow.
Just had no words.
Yeah. Well, like at the time, I mean, there were other atheist channels. R and Raw talked about politics quite a bit, but you know, there wasn't really a lot of people in this corner of YouTube, the atheist corner, talking much about politics. And I just felt like it was something that was, you've seen this crossover with the Christian nationalist movement and all that stuff. And it was, a lot of it was directed at us as atheists. And so, some of our friends in this community as well. And so it was just something that naturally, like, you know, with Project 2025 and all the stuff that it said that we wanted to keep up with and talk about. And me and Rob did that really well up until the election, and then I lost like 30 subscribers because everybody was sick of politics at that point. And we quit doing the show for a while, and then came back eventually and picked it back up. And Robin was just like, well, I just can't do it right now. And that's where Lil stepped in, and Lil and I started season 2 of it. But yeah, Robin was the OG around here for a number of events. My first member on the channel, my first Patreon member. You know, all those milestones along the way, Robin's been here. And I appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
Well,
like I tell Joe, he's like my little brother. So, and I remember like on the day that was supposed to when the rapture was supposed to happen, that recent rapture. When I woke up, I told Joe, I said, "Well, I woke up this morning just hoping that we would have the whole state to ourselves."
I have a couple of atheist friends in Louisville. There's at least a couple more.
Yeah. I know. Actually, there's more than you suspect.
There's like 5 or 6. Yeah, no, like I live in South Georgia, and people are so quick to write off rural parts of the country, and I'm like, you know, that like even in the deep red areas, you've got atheists, you've got members of the LGBTQ community, you have people who like really need our support more than anybody else. So yeah, you definitely don't want to write off whole regions of the country.
Yeah, that we've just being called the Kentucky atheist have drawn in like a lot of people from Kentucky who were non-believers.
Yeah,
to the channel.
It was a joke, you know, like I was like the Kentucky atheist. It was kind of a joke and a play on words. And one of the coolest things about doing all this is I have met dozens and dozens of other atheists from Kentucky and other people that feel like they're isolated and don't have a community or peers to talk to about these things, and had some great conversations with a bunch of them, and met lots and lots of super cool people here in Kentucky. And you know, doing the Ark Protest thing has just grown that even more. So yeah, the Kentucky Atheist, I guess I should add an S to it, right? Like make it the Kentucky Atheists. But yeah. And I imagine Georgia's exactly the same. Yeah. It's
especially the part I'm in. You know, like if you get up around Atlanta, there's some areas around Savannah. You know, there's areas around Athens where it's you know, the blue dots or whatever. But yeah, I'm in the Red Sea.
Yeah, me and Joe both live like there are some blue dots in Kentucky. I mean, we have a Democratic governor, but we definitely neither one of us live in a blue dot area.
78% of my county voted for Trump. 78%. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that's probably mine too. Probably.
What would go ahead? Sorry.
Oh no, I'm in one of these interesting positions where the city I'm in is actually okay. It's a majority black city that tends to be fairly liberal, but it's entirely surrounded by an incredibly white, incredibly conservative county. So the city politics aren't bad. The county politics are awful. The congressional politics are terrible. Our congressman was the one that introduced the bill to rename Greenland Red, White, and Blueland.
Yeah. Well, we actually have Thomas Massey. He's not my representative, but he's from Kentucky, which he recently got primaried because he forced the Epstein files to be brought out to light.
Yeah. To all of those people that kept saying that the main thing that they were concerned about was the Epstein files and getting all them groomers, and suddenly, yeah.
Yeah. Kentucky voters punished him for it. Yeah. Which is sad, really sad. And then we have an upcoming senator election, which is actually the Republican that I thought was going to win the primary didn't. So, but I'm hoping, I'm really hoping for Charles Booker to do well, but it's going to be hard to overcome that right there.
Yeah. So as an online political hack, I'll give you a bit of my take on it. So in the last election, we seen most places shift blue. Now that doesn't mean that necessarily Democrats won those places. They didn't shift to blue. The vote shifted more to the left than it had in the past. There were more votes from the left than in prior elections. Looking at what's went on up to now and the approval ratings of Trump and this administration, I would strongly suspect that that trend continues. And, places like Texas are worried about turning blue, and Florida. And so hopefully, we start on the path to cleaning up some of this mess and getting some of the
that'd be awfully nice, but we've also got to defend a lot of really tough states, right? Like Georgia, for example, where John Ossoff is fighting for his life. So it's a real uphill battle. But yeah, given the level of discontent, my fear though is that if and it's a big if Trump finds a solution to the Iran problem in the next couple of months, we might be on enough of a downswing economically. Like people will be like, oh, well, gas prices are way down. And we'll be like, well, from the artificially high place he put them by being an idiot, right? But, the goldfish memoried voters in America might just be like, no, things are good this minute. And therefore,
Yeah. No, I mean, that's true. Like we, one of the things that drives me nuts, and the reason that I even talk about politics at all, is just hoping somebody hears it, because the electorate in the United States is famously uninformed and doesn't know the three branches of government, or anything about civics or history of authoritarian governments and things. Yeah, man, I agree. Like, if Trump pulls off something good at the end, they'll immediately forget everything else. And I hope that the Democrats are up to the task of keeping those things fresh on people's mind, and how they're going to do it better is important as well.
We are getting rid of the turtle this time, though.
Yeah, that's nice.
It'd be nice to replace him with Charles Booker, but we are getting rid of the turtle finally.
One way or the other, he's out.
Yeah.
Drawing back into his shell.
Yeah. I don't think
I've been running since 4 o'clock this morning, and I haven't eaten all day, so I need to go get something to eat before I run completely out of gas. But I'll try to make it back. I might have a different background when I come back, but I'll try to make it back.
It was good seeing you, Kelley.
Yeah, absolutely, Kelley. Thanks for coming, and thanks for being part of this again.
Yeah,
And
thanks for letting me be a part of it. Jeez, man.
uh,
Thank you.
yeah, yeah, no, we love having you. So yeah, if you want to join back, you can. We'll go to 11 either way, even if it's just me rambling for the last
Yeah,
hour.
all right, cool. I'll try to make it back.
Uh,
I
so
Kelley, it was
definitely got to get some food in me. All right.
yeah,
it was great to meet you, Kelley. It was really nice meeting you. And
Yeah.
I also have to go get some dinner as well. I've started to get the
Wow,
hangry, as they say.
I
All right,
really
I'll
should have
see
brought
you.
enough stuffed mushrooms for the whole class. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
right.
Oh my God! Ever since you said that, then my stomach really started turning. That sounds amazing. I love stuffed mushrooms, grilled mushrooms. Oh, mushrooms are delicious.
yeah, I agree.
Thank you, everybody
Well,
who showed up today, and I will definitely be hanging out on my phone, listening to the show still, supporting that way. And just want to thank everybody in the chat who donated. It was so nice to meet so many new faces, talk to people whose channels I've watched, content and stuff like that, but never had a chance to speak to before. So this was really fun, really edifying for me personally, and looking forward to speaking to people in the chat. Thank you so much for supporting this event.
Great chatting with you, man.
Are you leaving, OE?
Objective ethics. Before you close that out, thank you so much for the generous match and stuff. And you donated a total of $600 tonight, and that deserves one of these at least, right?
Very humbling. No, that's no problem at all. I believe in this, as I said at the beginning of this, you guys are doing the right thing. In my opinion, you're on the right side of this argument. We're doing what we can to protect children from being indoctrinated into a situation where they start distrusting science, they start believing misinformation, and then they grow up to be bad voters, bad neighbors, bad citizens, bad people. And it starts when they're young. And I think the Ark Encounter is targeting these young people intentionally and knowingly doing this. And so I just really appreciate that you guys are willing to put your own effort into it by making appearances, fighting the heat, coordinating this. Joe, you did such a great job. Coordinating an effort like this takes a lot of hard work. And so you really deserve the round of applause, to be honest with you.
Yes, he does.
Well, thank you.
Strong agree. Strong agree.
Well, thanks for coming, man, and helping
Thanks,
out.
OE. Love you.
And we'll pick this bone one day about this objective morality thing, but
oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm going to actually have a debate on the 24th on the Raging Tomato channel. Nobody on Fire and I are doing a 2v2 debate against two Christian apologists, morality without God, based on reason, nature, or natural, or reason, empathy, or natural law. So I will actually be making the positive argument for objective morality. Nobody on Fire is also a moral realist. So yeah, anytime you want to, put the gloves on and step into the arena, as far as that goes. I did debate Mark Reed on this topic. He smoked me. I'm not gonna lie. He kicked my ass all over the place, but he's such a nice guy, and it was such a great learning experience for me. Mark Reed,
He
that's
showed
really.
up in chat just as you said that.
Oh really? Yeah, Mark Reed. Yeah, he did. He beat me down, but he was so nice about it. You know what I mean? He picked me up afterwards and dusted me off and sent me on my way. So I really appreciate Mark Reed for that experience and for setting me up with Sarah, because that's a big platform and a big opportunity for me, just as far as networking goes. And when Sarah reached out to me to see if I would be interested in doing this debate, I was really flattered, to be honest with you. So yeah, Joe, if you want to do that debate, that would be a lot of fun. You're a smart guy yourself, actually, and you'd be a really good opponent for me. And I like to compete in a friendly manner, of course, and respectful manner, but I do like to challenge myself against people who are going to be a challenge. That debate that I did with Jill, that was nonsensical. It was just, the only reason I even did that with Jill is because I'm not going to engage in a discussion with somebody like that. So if he wants to ramble on about his terrible position on the good kind of slavery or whatever shit he's trying to espouse, I'm going to make him do it in a format where he can't delete the video. There's going to be a moderator and a clock, and he's going to be held to, I'm going to put his feet to the fire in that way. But normally I would rather debate somebody like yourself or a Mark Reed or somebody who's really going to push me. And I know you would do that.
But I still want to be the moderator. I still want to be the moderator. But yeah.
Yeah.
That was a debate. I was kind of worried about, never know. But I kind of caught a little flack over it because Jay Pasick reviewed it, and he said that I was a little too soft of a moderator.
No, I think that So as far as objective morality goes, I think the argument that apologists make is one of the worst arguments that apologists make. I would be interested in hearing it from a different perspective and having that conversation. Yeah, I mean, anytime, whenever, we'll have some fun. It'll be fun exercise in critical thinking.
That would be fun, and you're absolutely right. When it comes to the biblical position or even the theistic position, you cannot get to objective morality. It's such a weird. But that's typical of the apologists. They're starting with the conclusion and working their way backwards. That's what makes apologetics so disingenuous, And that's another thing that is problematic with the religious communities is people want to believe something so badly they will listen to somebody who they think sounds really smart, and this guy will run off tag or the watchmaker argument or a morality argument, and these guys are just clapping like seals and lapping it up, and then they go to actually regurgitate this nonsense. And the skeptic, even halfway well-read skeptic, is like, this just falls apart on so many levels, and they won't listen to you. They won't listen to the counter arguments. They'll just hand wave away any evidence, But that is what we're up against, though, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
You guys
all right.
Thanks
for being here.
That debate. Nobody on Fire is really good.
Oh, we're gonna roll on those guys. We're gonna steamroll those guys. I'm actually very confident. I'm looking forward to it.
Right on.
We'll eat food, man.
Real quick, before everybody else leaves, which this is a long stream. I didn't expect everybody to come and stay the whole time. It's fine. We reached our goal, and everybody helped do that, and got to talk to some of the speakers and hear their thoughts, and we've done what we set out to do. So let's. I already read that one. Did we do them all? Oh no, we didn't do this one. This is the last one. All right, this is the last one. Definitely not the least important of the bunch, though. Recovering from a Religion is one of my favorite nonprofits. I actually volunteered for them for a short period of time. It didn't work out with what I was doing, but I love the work they do, and they'll be represented.
I'm an ambassador over there.
Oh yeah. Robin does do stuff with them. Recovering from Religion, known as RFR, is an international 501c3 nonprofit organization dedicated to providing hope, healing, support to individuals navigating theistic doubt, faith transition, or religious trauma. Founded in 2009 by psychologist Dr. Daryl Ray, awesome dude. The organization serves as a safe, compassionate, non-judgmental space for people who are questioning their beliefs, leaving a high control faith, or rebuilding their lives after religion. And Emily is flying in from Utah to a table for recovering from religion.
Awesome.
Emily's super cool.
Love RFR. Love all the folks with RFR.
Yeah. RFR is. I learned a lot from them, and I got to, whenever I first went to volunteer for RFR, the person who called and talked to me first was Magna Bosco and street epistemology, right? And just an awesome conversation and a pleasure to even get to talk to him for a few minutes. And so many awesome people work for RFR, and every year I donate at least a little to the Lions fundraiser for RFR because they do such an awesome, difficult job. So, definitely support RFR, which this community does that. So,
I actually tabled for them at our county fair one year for them and for Dave Warnock.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was like really strange because I live in a really red area, so like it got some it wasn't no bad reaction, but there was some interesting reactions from some of the older people.
I bet.
Yeah. So Objective Ethics is showing off now. Donated another $100. Respect for the planet, respect for others, self-respect are the bricks that we use to build the road, which leads us to the good life we all want to live. Everyone wants to live a good life. $700 donated by Objective Ethics tonight. Thank you so much, man. Yeah. Hey, one of the first things that we did, Robin, and we did it. It was a you and I thing. We did a little drive for Dave Warnock whenever first started live streaming, and gave away some signed books with some personalized video message from Dave. That was a lot of fun. The first thing we really got into trying to do things for the community and stuff.
Yes. Let's see. I think Amber won one of the books. She got one.
And
I can't remember who was the other one.
Was it Jason Jacoby or whatever it is? Did he get the?
Yeah, maybe that's it. Yeah, because
I don't remember either.
I had several copies that Dave had given me, like to to have at the table and stuff. So
yeah,
I got to see Dave last year at NanoCon. It was so good to see him.
Right. Yeah. Dave. I love Dave's approach to the philosophy bros. Coming to argue with him, he would shut that down immediately. Can't you just talk to me like a real person? That's not how you would explain it to somebody else. Like,
yes,
quit trying to talk over my head and just act like a regular person.
If anybody's not read Dave's book, it's Childish Things. It's called Childish Things. I suggest the Audible book, the audio book, because you actually get to hear Dave. He wrote a song and played it in his daughter's wedding, and he actually sings it.
I didn't know that. I've read his book, but I didn't listen to the audio book. That's awesome.
Yes, he sings that song on the audio book. So that's a really cool little benefit. Like, I have my signed copy, but like I bought it too, and yeah.
He is brutally honest about himself in that. Like, it's a memoir that doesn't hold back. So he does not try to like sugarcoat his own life in it or anything like that. It's really interesting stuff.
He had it was a hard trip for him, like a hard journey. Still he is like.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. Dave was having a tough time at the moment and needed an in-home nurse, and so donations were going through his Patreon, and we did a thing where like people who made donations and came and joined in the show and stuff. We randomly gave away a book, and that was the thing we did, and they got signed copies of it, and Robin and I both have a signed copy of it as well.
Awesome.
Real quick, no, I want to show you something here.
I can't read the.
It says Noah is the host on the Scathing Atheist podcast. He also enjoys juggling and is a vintage video game collector.
Oh, right on! Wow, that's awesome. That's so cool.
Yeah. So the speaker cards are purple. The sponsor cards are red. There's like yellow colored cards for the Team Genocide, which is the people that work at the Ark Encounter, and then we have the sponsor cards are blue.
Nice.
And there's like 20 of those cards, and after this, a lot of the people that donated and stuff, I'll go email them copies of all of them, and I will actually have a bunch of physical copies of those cards at the Ark Protest and at your speaking engagement. And
nice.
I would like to get you to sign some of those for me.
Absolutely.
I'm going to give them away to snag people to come to the Ark Protest from your speaking event. I'll be at a table with with Tri-State Freethinkers there. So yeah, we'll be giving away some merch and stuff there to try and bring people.
I'll be flattered beyond belief to sign my own trading card, dude. That's something I thought about when I was a little kid, learning that I sucked at basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
funny.
Yeah, that's one of the. So Jess was just joking around and like sent me a card, and I was like, that is such an awesome idea. Like, make up some of those for everybody, and we'll give them away and stuff, and I've got like high quality digital copies of them too for people if that's what they want. But yeah, so we're going to get some merch and stuff and get it out there and give it to people. I'm not going to sell any of it. I'm just going to give it all away. But yeah, so if you show up at the Ark Protest, you may get some of those. And yeah, there's all the speakers are on there. There's also cards with me and Seth and Lil because people ask for that. And a few other people. And there's some surprise ones too that nobody knows about yet. So you got to be there to see those. We got to have some rares, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you're a collector of vintage video games, man?
I am. Yeah. I mostly focus on Generation 2 consoles, which is the Atari 2600, the very early generation stuff.
Right on. Right. So, again, I was born in '82. I grew up. My first system was the Nintendo with Rob the Robot and Gyromite. It didn't come
nice.
with, Mario well, we had Duck Hunt, but it was bought separately. Mario and Duck Hunt were not on the same cartridge. But yeah, I had an Atari with several games, but Nintendo is where I started that at. And one of my things, my first channel on social media was playing retro video games and like doing glitches and tricks and stuff in them, and so yeah, that's super cool. Yeah, I'm down with that. That's awesome.
Yeah, I have almost every Nintendo system that's been released in the U.S. I still need to add a 3DS, and oh crap, there's something else that I'm missing. But nice. Yeah, I've got a 64 in there. I've got GoldenEye, and I've got Ocarina of Time, and I don't have much for the 64, but I've got the classics.
I've 100%ed every Zelda game up to Tears of the Kingdom. I'm working on it.
It's a lot to 100% that one.
Oh yeah, dude, Koroks are just ridiculous, man. Yeah. Like it's just crazy. But yeah, so I'm into all that stuff. Like once or twice a year, I go back and beat the original and Ocarina and Majora's Mask and all that stuff. I'm a big Zelda fanboy.
I'm very excited. There are rumors of a Ocarina of Time remake coming for the Switch too, and I'm very excited about that, especially if they're going to do like a full like voice acting remake and everything to like really modernize it. So
yeah,
so, Joe, would you be interested like in controllers for that?
So right now, the consoles that I use, I have an Xbox One and a OG Switch. I play most of my retro games on PC. If they are USB controllers, I would be happy to have them. It depends on what you're talking about now, though. Like if you have,
I just have some
an old
controllers.
Nintendo Dogbone, I want that.
I have some controllers from Nintendo 64, like
the boomerangs.
Yeah,
they're just that's what they don't fit none of the things my daughter has now. Like, so we got like 64. Like the games, can she play the games? Because she has the Xbox. Is it a 5? Is that what it is, or what? It's a PlayStation. That's a PlayStation.
PlayStation 5. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So I guess she got a 1, but I think, and then I don't know, maybe she don't have an Xbox anymore. I don't know, but I have a bunch of Xbox games too that are 64.
Robin, we'll take a look at those controllers, and you may, depending on their condition and stuff, it may be better for you to like eBay them things, man. Like they're If you've got like original Nintendo 64 controllers in pretty good shape, people will pay good money for them.
Yeah.
Because nothing plays like those original ones. But
Well, yeah, especially because they had such a habit of the little stick on them broke so often that it's
Yeah.
actually really hard to get the original ones now.
from this.
Yeah.
Mario Party. So I think my favorite controller is GameCube. I love that controller. That's a good
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the first one with like 2 analog sticks, and
I have a Wii. That's it.
Nice. It's a great system.
oh, I have a Wii too.
Yeah.
So,
that's
see, as do I. I will say, when it comes to like, I'll pull kind of a weird one, kind of a deep cut. When it comes to controllers, and I'm sorry that like we've derailed this whole thing to talk about video games for so long, but there was a console in Generation 2 called the Vectrex that was, so that had, I think, the best controller like for the time of any consoles. It was so far ahead of the game. It had a analog stick way before that was popular. It had an indentation, so it was actually really comfortable to use with your thumb before that was popular. It had 4 buttons that could do 4 different things back when most games only had 1 button, or they'd have 2 buttons, but they did the same thing. It was way ahead of its time, and it's a real shame that system didn't take off more.
Yeah, that's actually, didn't they model the Sega controllers on that? Like the
they may have.
They didn't have the thumbstick, but like they had modeled them on that layout or something, something like that. I don't remember, but yeah, I'm familiar with all of those systems. I watch documentaries about old video game systems because I think that kind of stuff's cool. So, yeah.
I wish I could pick this camera up and walk you into the other room. I've got a whole, I've got a museum of old consoles in the next room over.
Yeah, that would be cool. Take a picture and send it to me, man.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
See if I can find something.
Yeah, you never know what thing you find that you'll have to talk to people about because, being an atheist doesn't really tell you a lot about somebody.
So Noah is doing that thing with Seth at the, like we were talking about, is going to.
Yes.
Okay.
The 11th at 2 p.m. at the Anderson Center in Cincinnati.
Yeah, that one you said you would carry me on your back or whatever.
Yeah. Carry you on my back. That's what I gotta do.
Like you never have a back again, but
it's gone anyway.
But my brother-in-law has an electric wheelchair that he lets me borrow when I go places. So.
Oh, okay.
So this is an extraordinarily low-tech way of showing you my collection, but here's a picture of the basics there.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So.
Oh, right on. Yeah, see, back in the back there, it gets interesting.
Yeah, this is chronological. The oldest stuff is at the back. So
yeah.
There it is. There's the focus.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I'll send you a pic.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I used to, and I did like different games. I played a lot of Nintendo games and stuff, and then you're not really supposed to, but I played some hacks of games over on Twitch and on YouTube, and then I did like I went through and did all the showed everybody all the glitches and stuff, and Super Mario 64.
Well, to sort of steer this back in the atheist direction, have you ever played any of the old like Wisdom Tree games, any of the old Christian games for Nintendo?
I've played them on the emulator.
Okay, yeah.
A couple of those are pretty rare. So
yeah, they're hard to find.
Yeah, I've played them on the emulator and stuff. They're like the Noah's Ark game. That's a famous.
Yeah.
But
so
yeah.
No, wait. So which Noah's? Because there was a Noah's Ark game for the NES that Wisdom Tree Games came out with, but there was also the Super Noah's Ark 3D that was the Castle Wolfenstein reskin.
I've played both of those.
Okay,
yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah. The Super Noah's Ark 3, that one's cool. That's fun.
It's hilarious. I mean, it's a great game. It's Castle Wolfenstein. That's an awesome game.
What do
Yeah,
you do?
no.
What do you do? Like gather the animals?
Like Doom.
Okay, so what's hilarious is so the game was originally a game where you ran around and you shot Nazis in a castle, right? And so this Christian company, after that game was obsolete, they went to the company that made it and they're like, "Hey, can we buy that game from you and then just reskin it and make it Christian?" And the company was like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" So the game, but of course, in a Christian game, you can't have somebody run around shooting stuff. You know, you can't have any death. So the plot of the game is that the animals have gone wild, and you have to go around with this slingshot and shoot feed pellets into their mouths that make them fall asleep, and so that there's no violence in it. It's just the silliest thing you can imagine.
Yeah.
The objective ethics. Yes, there is a way they made a video game about that.
Oh,
Well,
they've made multiple ones.
Yeah,
They didn't
there's
do
at
the
least
flood.
3 Noah's Ark games that I'm aware of. The thing I love the most about the Super Noah's Ark 3D is because it's a direct reskin. There were like a couple of I just talked about this when I was on Seth's show, so apologies if you had watched this for the repetition. But in the game the original game, Castle Wolfenstein, you're in a Nazi castle, so there's all these pictures of Hitler everywhere, right? And so when they reskinned the game, they had to decide, like, who would there be pictures of all over Noah's Ark? So they have, like, pictures of Noah everywhere. So we're to believe that, like, before the flood, Noah had, like, 400 self-portraits commissioned or whatever, so that, like, you know, the animals would know who was boss as they walked around. It's absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, at
Yeah.
least they were aware enough to take the pictures of Hitler down.
Yeah, well, there's in the modern day, maybe they just leave the pictures of Hitler up, yeah.
Yeah, nowadays they probably would. Yeah.
Paint him orange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shave the mustache and paint him orange, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no. So Nintendo itself was very hesitant to get into anything to do with religion and stuff. And I forget the name, that game with the like Yoshi-like character that ran around eating baubles and crosses and stuff. It was almost like
Devil's World.
Devil's World. Yeah.
Invented by the great
crosses.
Yeah, no, that was a real game. It was Shigeru Miyamoto, the same guy who came up with Legend of Zelda and Super Mario Brothers. He had Donkey Kong, the greatest game designer of all time. He came up with this game that was like a Pac-Man type game. And in order to make it popular in the United States, he added a bunch of crosses and Bibles, and you fought the devil in it. And then when Nintendo of America saw it, they were like, "You've got to be kidding me, man! This is sacrilegious as hell." So it was never released. And it's a shame because it's actually a really good game. It's a very good game.
Yeah. I was, like Konami and it was Capcom with Ghost and Goblins.
Mm-hmm.
The main character that you fight in that is the devil, and then they had all the sequel games and stuff, which ended up being really good games. But I was surprised that they let that by, but I'm glad they did because Ghost and Goblins is a badass game, one of my favorites.
Yeah, Castlevania got away with a lot of that as well.
Yeah, for sure. With they made them change stuff in Castlevania, and that's why.
Mhm.
Like some of it didn't make any sense and stuff whenever they localized it because
my favorite story about that is the DuckTales game. Do you know about this one?
I do remember something about that. Go ahead though.
So the DuckTales game was originally released in the UK market, in the European market, and when they localized it for the US, Nintendo made them take the crosses off of the coffins in the morgue level and put RIP on them instead because they didn't want to piss off any Christians by having crosses in the game. Like that's how specifically normally we're about avoiding anything religious in their games. So yeah, it was really surprising how much they let them get away with in Ghosts and Goblins and Castlevania.
Yeah. So yeah, religion in video games is they have a complicated history a bit there.
I'm actually going to a religious video game conference in Orlando later on this year. Seth Andrews told me about it, and as soon as he told me, I immediately booked tickets for it. So,
oh, that's awesome. That's cool. I didn't even know
Yeah.
they did such a thing.
Neither did I. Yeah, he found it, and it's driving distance from where I live. So I'm very excited to report from the field, tell you what's cutting edge in the world of Christian video games.
Yeah,
I saw Seth playing that Jesus game or
Yes,
whatever.
yeah, the first person Messiah simulator.
Yeah, I watched that, and it was like, of course, I don't think Seth is like a huge gamer anyway. He's like me and Seth are the exact same age. Me and Seth and Matt are all three the same age, and like people in my age either became video gamers or they just didn't do it at all, one or the other. And I think Seth was like me.
Well, I know Matt's a serious gamer, but
yes, but I don't think Seth's not like he's about like me.
he loves them, but yeah, I don't know that he's any good at them. But he
didn't spend a great majority of his time playing them. I didn't.
Well,
either.
I'm sure when he was coming up, he probably wasn't allowed to. I know that video games were like just incredibly taboo in a lot of Christian circles. I remember a big thing about Pac-Man having ghosts in it being like considered sinful, and so I would imagine, he probably wasn't allowed to play video games.
Yeah, well, and Seth and I are old enough that we remember when video games came out. Actually, I remember all my younger cousins getting their Ataris. It had just that little game that just where the ball bounced back and forth. I can't remember if it was
Pong.
Yeah, it was just like nothing. There was no graphics to it or whatever, and that was something. That was like the newest. That was the game.
So hold on a second. I'll be right back with that game.
Is he coming back with in television, or the actual old Pong game on the because they used a what's it called? The screen. He'll bring it back. We'll see.
It was, I remember when all that stuff came out. So like, I'm very old.
This is the one you're thinking of right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is with one of the prize of my collection. This is museum quality. There's not a scratch on this thing. This is the original. Wow. There was 2 versions of this that were released. This is the Atari version, and there was also a Sears version, which I don't have in my collection.
Yeah. Think of it, a home console, and the only thing it plays is Pong.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because like the first generation of game consoles are what are called dedicated consoles. They could only play the games that were programmed into them. And like even now, very close to half of the video game consoles ever released were Gen 1 consoles, right? And most of those only played Pong, only played some variation of Pong.
Yeah, and then they have like in the games that go in that thing look like an 8-track or something.
Well, so that console, there are no games that can go into it. It's just the games that it all plays as Pong. But yeah, there were definitely some consoles that had some very 8-track. Like there was the Fairchild Channel F that had a very 8-track looking cartridge, which I've also got one of those in the other room. But
I remember I bought my oldest daughter a Sega Dreamcast.
Oh, nice.
I don't think she ever played it much. I mean, I think it was just
that was the rare one that people didn't have.
And there was a friend of mine who worked at Ford in Louisville, and like he got it for me up there, and it was like a big deal because like everybody was wanting them, and they were kind of sold out everywhere, and he managed.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of Dreamcast games hold up today, and they had this quirky thing with the controllers though that was kind of weird, but yeah, Dreamcast had some pretty good games on it and stuff, and they continued the Sonic franchise there. It just it was expensive, and that was toward the end of Sega.
Yeah, well, the other thing, too, is that Sega was so desperate to try to stay ahead of everybody else in the technology that they released a bunch of systems kind of back to back to back. They released, the upgrades for the existing systems, and then they released a new system, and then they released a different new system, and Sega US and Sega Japan were sort of at war with each other when that came out. So the company itself was in bad shape. But yeah, it was a great system. It took developers too long to figure out how to program on it.
Yeah.
and that was a real killer. But like looking back, like there's a lot of people who still program for the Dreamcast. There's a lot of games that are like homebrew games that still come out for it.
Well, see, I was like pissed because I had the Sega CD and the Sega Genesis, and then I got the 32X upgrade and have like 5 big plugins plugged in to make it all work.
Right,
But,
right. You got the Tower of Babel going on.
Yeah, and you get all that stuff, and then they release the Sega Saturn, and it's like, and they didn't release shit for the 32X. Like it has an awful game library.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that kind of sucked. Yeah, I was one of those kids with the 32X, and then I got pissed off and switched back to Super Nintendo at that point. And,
Sure.
Yeah, but Sega had the good Mortal Kombat, so
Yeah, they had the blood code. Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, but yeah, super cool. I didn't think we would talk about video games tonight.
Me neither, especially since I don't play them.
Yeah,
I
right.
wanna
So I feel
hear-
like we're boxing you out of this conversation.
No, you're fine. I'm used to it. I want to hear about your experience on the debate channel the other night.
Who, mine?
Yes.
Okay, well, the proposition was, does right-wing Christian ideology promote racial bias? And I came up with like a 3-point, argument that I was going to use throughout that debate, and it was based on the history of both right-wing ideology and Christianity, organizations that practice both of those that happen to also be white supremacist organizations, and
Like
real
Klan?
statistics.
Like the KKK?
Yeah. Aryan Nation, KKK, all that stuff. And then real statistics taken from a joint study in 2023 where 80% of Republicans claimed to be white Christian nationalists and said that they want a country that was the version of European Christianity, which European's one of those dog whistle words for white. And so that's what I used. And he wanted to argue about, well, does the Bible make racial slurs? And like that was, he had nothing. His chat set, and there's no hate like Christian love. And
I saw that.
Yeah, the chat sat and told me that my room was a mess and that I needed to wash my clothes and I was fat and ugly and gay, and all those things that those loving people like to share. And so anyway, like he just was totally unprepared for the debate because it was an emotional response to one of my videos, of Politicality Live, that now has like 1,000 views. Where I said the R in Republican stands for racist. And
you touched a nerve.
Yeah, he got upset about that, and he wanted to come and say, and I was supposed to go first, which he insisted on going first, even though I had the affirmative, and whatever, I let him do it, but he said, oh, my opponent's going to argue all these things, and I didn't argue none of that stuff. And, and then eventually it got to the point where he said some racist shit, like just overtly racist stuff about what he said.
Yeah.
I really, he said that maybe it's just that black people are lazy is what he said. And, that ended the debate. I said, we're done here. I don't have any other, like you made my point for me. And,
well said.
Yeah, he over and over, like it was one huge no true Scotsman fallacy, and just a lot of hate and stuff. There was like 1,000 people watching, and I stomped his guts out for him. So yeah,
I agree.
Be an asshole bigot, and I'll do that for you. Just holler.
I wasn't like I quit reading chat because I was gonna get mad because they were saying such stuff about you. Like they were worried about what was going on in the background of your picture.
No, Robin, I love that, because you know what that means when they do that? That means that what I'm saying matters, and that they have no argument other to set and make personal attacks against me.
It was
That
with,
means that what I'm saying is effective.
yeah, it was with Speakeasy, Mark. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I love whenever people come by and see, like, because on politicality a lot of times, I'm just, you know, off the cuff. We're just talking. It's a podcast style thing. We're just hanging out and talking about what's going on in the news. People often underestimate me because they hear my accent, they see my fat head, and
Yes.
and they think, oh, this is some country bumpkin from Kentucky. Which, admittedly, I'm not all that intelligent. I have a really good memory, but
Whatever.
well, you know, like, it's I do the work though is the thing, right? Like,
Yes.
it's I don't know all those things off the top of my head, and I don't care to say that I don't know when I don't know something. And I think that,
Man, that's almost like a superpower, especially in a debate. The ability to just say, I don't know.
yeah,
It's
I don't know.
amazing
I'll have
how
to
hard
look
that
into
is
what
for
you're
some
talking
people.
about. Yeah. I told him, I said, like, I don't know what you're talking about. I have to look at that. Do you want me to go do it right now and, like, respond, or what do you want to happen here? Because I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I
Which-
was kind of shocked that nobody knew what the Doctrine of Discovery was.
I didn't know it by that name.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the Papal decree that allowed European, like, monarchs to.
So that was actually in my opening before I cut it down, because I had 10 minutes, and I wanted to use that 10 minutes to just give an argument that he couldn't do anything with. And
the scary thing about the Doctrine of Discovery is the United States Supreme Court has actually, like, cited it in in cases.
That's not surprising.
Yeah, I believe it was a pair of papal bulls that first gave the right to the Portuguese and then just expanded the right to everybody to take anybody who wasn't Christian as a slave. Yeah,
and to take and to confiscate their lands.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah,
So the doctrine of discovery is built off of those papal bulls. It wasn't directly a papal bull, but yeah. That was the justification for all of that. And it's also worth noting, like, when we're on the subject, that the Vatican's first condemnation of slavery came significantly after the end of the U.S. Civil War. Like, I believe it was like a dozen years later. The Vatican was finally like, okay, yeah, you got us.
And they just apologized for it a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, right. And when they did, everybody's like, wow, they're so progressive.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That's not a word that should be combined with anything.
Give me the fucking Pope's bar, right? let me spend my life trying to clear that bar.
Man, you know, it's so often, though, like, I find that whenever, especially believers and apologists, like, I have no beef with what people believe. I don't care. But, you know, whenever you come at me emotionally because you don't like something I said, and rather than trying to have, like, civil discourse with me, I demand you debate me and blah, blah, you know, all that crap. And, you know, a lot of times I don't even bite on that, but, you know, one of the things that I say is that, like, anybody who is interested in having an honest interaction with me, like, I'll do that, whether it be online or offline or whatever. Like, you want to talk to me about some part of this, I'm happy to do that. I don't claim to be an expert or a good source for anything. You know, take what I say and, you know, with a grain of salt, throw it away, whatever. Like, but I'll give you my honest opinion and take on things. And I don't know. I think people often take that as I'm not well read on the subject, or that, like, I just became an atheist without considering, you know, what religion has to say about it and stuff. And, you know, it's weird sometimes. And I don't really look for debates. I mean, from this conversation, you would think, like, oh, he does debates and stuff. Not really my thing, but, like, if somebody comes and asks for it, like, you know, okay. Like,
Well, you know, like I don't do debates. I'm glad that there are people like you out there doing them. Not for me. I get angry, you know, and it's just not good for me to be in a debate situation. And despite the fact that I've been doing this for 13 years now, and I've never done a single debate in all that time, and I've said a number of times that I don't do debate. I still get challenged to debates 3 times a week. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Every
yeah.
time. Wow, Dr. Kip Davis. But yeah, like it's amazing just sort of that privilege that they take where so many Christians are like, you owe me, you know, you've rejected my God, and therefore you owe me an explanation for that. You owe me time on your podcast. You know, like, hey, look, man, my podcast I don't make time for Christians on my podcast any more than Christians make time for atheists in their sermons. Right?
Absolutely.
Like, let me go up at your church and give a counterpoint after the sermon, and then you can come on my fucking show and debate me about, you know, your religion. But I feel like, you know, again, I'm glad that there are shows out there doing that. I'm glad that there are people who do the debate thing, because I think it's very important, and I think it reaches a lot of people. But like, we don't owe that to them. Right?
Yeah.
That's like a thing that you're willing to do because you're a good guy and you think that you can make a difference with it. But you don't owe anybody any explanation of your beliefs.
No.
No. And often that's my response, especially like on Facebook and stuff. Like, I don't owe you an answer to that stupid thing you said. And also, I rarely do the debates here. Like, when I do debates, it's like they challenge me, like, come over here and debate me. And so I don't usually do them here. Like, I've debated Kent Hovind twice. Neither one of them was here. I did have Ray Comfort on here the other day, but I haven't. That was a recorded thing I haven't put out yet. Big announcement here while I've got everybody here. Ray Comfort says he's coming to the Ark Protest. I know we had this last year with Kent Hovind, but he says he wants to come down and meet me in person and say hi to everybody.
Cool.
The Ark Encounter
He's
is
a big
having...
guy. He's a bigger guy than I expected.
Yeah. He's getting older.
Yeah, no, I think you can take him. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
Distracted with a banana or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the banana. I'll bring you a banana.
Well, he offered...
Honestly, if we take Ray Comfort out by making him slip on a banana peel, that's the funniest thing that's ever happened, right? Like, I feel like we can all agree.
Yeah. Well, he actually he emailed me after our interaction and said, you know, I had such a great time talking to you, and then you're hosting the Ark protest and stuff. I want to come and meet you in person, and I want to buy you guys pizza. And I said, well, Ray, we would love to have you. You're welcome as anybody else. But we're actually providing pizza and drinks to everybody for free that attends. So you can come down and have lunch with us and you know, like meet up and talk a little bit or whatever. And I said, we would love that. And yeah, his assistant emailed me and said that, you know, he was gonna. So background here, like I had messaged Ray because, or I messaged Living Waters because I heard that they were doing a 10th anniversary thing at the Ark Encounter that weekend, the day before actually, and that he was going to be in town. And I wanted to do a sit-down interview with him as a surprise kind of thing, really. And just because he was going to be there, and like it relates to the whole creationist thing, like it was perfect for it. And so his secretary contacted me immediately whenever I emailed him and said I was, you know, the primary organizer of the Ark Protest. And yes, he would love to sit down and talk with you. And so they said, oh, but he won't be able to do it on those dates or whatever and all that stuff. And but then afterwards, he's like, yeah, I'll be in town on those dates, and I want to come down and talk to you. So. I mean, that's what he said. I'm no promises that he shows up, but that's, you know, I think Ray Comfort's more likely to be honest about it than Ken Hovind. So
sure.
Yeah.
Sure. I don't think that Ray Comfort's been in jail for fraud at any point or anything like that. So.
I think Ray Comfort's got a lot of dishonest things that he does.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But I don't think he's a bad guy like Ken Hovind,
I don't know, like I've watched enough of his movies and seen like the homophobia that he's perfectly happy promoting. So he's a bad guy, but I think he's like a bad guy with his own like set of ethics that includes honesty, right?
Yeah.
Like his ethics are fucked up, and there are definitely some really bad things in them. But yeah, I do think he follows a moral code that includes honesty.
Well, he's a bad guy, but not in the same way that Hovind.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
So,
I think he's an idiot myself.
Who's an idiot?
Right, I think he's it with his with his banana deal.
The Coke can thing. Oh my God! Like and it's funny. You listen to him tell the story, and he's like, it's funny because Kirk Cameron was telling me the whole time, man, they're gonna make dick jokes about this.
Yeah. Well, one of my first videos was that him and Kirk Cameron thing. And one of my other bigger videos was his 10 scientific facts in the Bible that I responded to. But
we did. That was like a 20-minute video he had on YouTube, wasn't it? His 10. So I think we did that video as a God Awful Movies episode in Australia when we were in. We were at the Skepticon in Australia. We actually broke that one down. That was a ton of fun.
Yeah.
It just so happened we were there the same weekend they passed the referendum that legalized gay marriage. And we were doing this movie. It wasn't as homophobic as most of his movies, but we were doing this movie by this notoriously homophobic guy, so it ended up working out really well.
Yeah. Yeah. And as far as Ray, he came prepared to talk to me with a script of things that he was going to gish gallop over, and I just let him do it, and I would respond to like one little thing he said, and then he would jump into a whole nother narrative about things, and I was like, well, this isn't gonna be a great video, but he even told me at the end, he said, Joe, you've been so gracious and let me speak, and I was like, yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm going to edit it down anyway.
Yeah, there's not much usable here. I might get a couple funny clips out of it. But, he... actually, I'll show you, because I have it already ready here. I'll show you what Ray Comfort looks like now. I'll show you.
I wanted to say hi to Dr. Kip out there. I don't know if he's already gone yet. I've read 2 chapters of his new book so far, so it seems to be going pretty good.
Oh my God, he looks like he's here to collect a debt from somebody whose last name is Bag of Donuts, right? Wow.
Yeah, my video quality was horrible too. I got to get a new computer, man. This thing's a piece of crap.
I got to say, I just got one because we've been moved. We just moved the video. Yeah, I just got a new computer, and I'm so excited. This thing is a fucking beast. It edits video as quick as my old laptop edited audio. So I'm happy to finally move into the 21st century when it comes to my honestly, the last desktop computer I owned was a Commodore 64. So.
Oh wow, that's a while. I've got a computer that 10 years ago would have been considered a gaming computer, but it's just not anything now. I've got a couple bare bones things that need some parts and stuff, and I could fix one up, but I just haven't. I live in Eastern Kentucky. I'm poor, so
it's one of those places where why would I still live here if I had any money? Yeah, right. No, I get it.
Yeah. No, for sure. But yeah, so some of my video looks terrible. But anyway, I still sit down and have the talk with him though, and it's I'll release I'll edit the ends of it and stuff, and some of the weird stuff in it, and I'll release the full thing for everybody to see. I mean, I'm not I'm obviously not scared of what Ray Comfort said.
Right.
But as far as people that debate, though, Mark Reed flipping through chat there, that I send people to. I like you want to debate somebody, go talk to Mark Reed. He
Yeah.
is excellent in that area.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
me, I usually wing it. Like if it's a creationist, just like evolution is bullshit. I don't even prepare for that. I'm just like, okay, I'll just let you say stupid things over.
Yeah, so they tend to be pretty easy. Well, so I've got to bail.
Yeah.
But hey, man, it's been a ton of fun hanging out with you guys. It's great, all the folks I got to meet and all the folks I haven't seen for a while, and I'm really excited about chatting with you guys and hanging out with you guys for the protest. So
It's nice meeting you, Noah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you too.
Thanks for spending your evening here, man. I really appreciate it.
Oh, you bet. It's been an
And
absolute
it's great
blast.
to have met you.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah.
Take care,
later.
guys.
Bye. All right. So, and then there was one.
No, well.
Well, I mean, we raised $1,200 tonight, Robin.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. We raised $300 before the stream even got going.
OE was so generous.
Yeah, he donated $700 tonight. And I could, I didn't expect all that from him. He said he was going to match,
Yeah, he told me about the matching, but
yeah, and I didn't expect him to go and then add another $200 onto it and stuff. And I will say, from me to you, Objective Ethics, I truly thank you for your generosity, and it's really awesome that you did so much to help us make this happen. This is such an important event, and I will definitely be giving you a shout out from the stage during this event.
yeah, OE is good people, very good people.
We had several people. Let me just because we'll go ahead and just wrap this up and get out of here in a minute.
Okay.
But let me real quick mention some of the people that donated tonight, because I didn't imagine that we would reach that goal so quickly, and more than that goal actually. Taxes are paid on all this off the top, so after everything was said and done, we raised exactly $995. The goal was $1,000. So on here now, on YouTube, we raised another like $250. So we're well over what we set out to do. But some of these people, don't recognize their names, and I won't say those. But Mandisa donated.
I know Async donated. That was Gretchen.
Yeah. Seth donated. Professor Sargent donated. Objective Ethics, of course, donated multiple times. Black Non-Believers donated. Helen Green, Deviant Outcast, Godless Granny, Regios, and A's all made donations tonight. Plus,
Philosophy. A's Philosophy.
No, it was. No, it's called something else.
Okay.
I forget. That's the Gretchen person.
That's Async. Async Network.
Async. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's she has at night, like all night long. She has a channel where you can go over there and they have an open panel and they play music and do politics, just whatever. Theists come on and talk. It's just
Async Network. Yeah. Thanks. And
OE's over there a lot.
So, Objective Ethics says, you are the real foundation of this protest effort, Joe. Without your hard work and hours of work, this wouldn't be nearly as successful. Thank you so much for the compliment. But I have to, of course, defer to the people that I work with and that help, and this community that shares and supports it, and all those things. I mean, I sit here in front of a camera all the time anyway, so I might as well use some of that time to try and support what I consider a really important event and keep it going, and have lots of it's a lot of it's luck, a lot of it's I just start messaging people. Robin taught me that a while back, actually, and I just start messaging people and they say yes. And, and then I had, Kelley approached me and wanted to speak. I knew Galvis Granny wanted to speak and then almost wasn't able to. Mandisa is always the first call that we make. Galvis Engineering Casey stepped up and really saved this event when I thought that the thing with Pangburn didn't work out and stuff. And I'm not mad at Travis Pangburn. It's things happen that way. I get it. I'm not mad. It was just it was a hard moment for me to have as soon as I took this project over, because I wasn't supposed to do this year. As soon as I took this project over, what I had, thought and
Yeah, I know.
been assured was probably a pretty sure thing, like just get the paperwork ready, fell through. And it's not, it was not done maliciously or anything like that. It was, he's just overspent on supporting a number of projects, and all of those projects need support too. And for those of you like Regios and stuff that's donated so much here and everything, like I get it. You guys do so much financially to support the causes in this community and the people in it, and they need it too. So I get it. It's everybody's facing tough times right now, and it's hard sometimes to ask people for money. Some of you guys, though, you know who you are, have been so generous in helping out and things, and that is the reason why we do it. That's why it's worth the hours, because it's not just me doing it. There's a whole community behind me that wants to see it happen, wants to support it, wants to go and meet these people and continue to grow these things and correct bad ideas with good ones, and go vote. Jeez.
Yeah, please.
All right. Did I say enough, Robin?
I don't know. Like you talking about Travis, I don't know if I told you or not. We're we're going to Uganda to build a school.
Well,
that might have been why that he backed out of it.
Yeah.
He made me the director of fundraising on that project, so that's going to be a lot of responsibility. But
yeah, that's crazy.
But we're not there yet. We're not to that part yet. So I'll let everybody know when I get to that part.
Right.
I'm going to hit up a bunch of famous people first before I hit up all of the community. Yeah. Because he knows a lot of famous people. So.
You haven't seen? Yeah, I haven't seen Amy Newman in a while either, Regios. I don't usually do shows at this hour. I usually have to stop by now, but every now and then we have special events. Either Mark Reed's on or we got a fundraiser.
Amy, is Amy on right now?
Oh, I don't know. I just
okay.
Been on.
I heard James have done some streams, but then I hadn't seen one for a week or two.
Last time I talked to Amy, I was talking to her about coming on, but because like a lot of you guys that stream in the evening and stuff, it's hard for me to keep up with you.
I know. We just I thank you for coming on the other night. You coming on and maybe that was late for you.
Yeah, I stayed up late to do that debate. The thing that nobody saw on my channel was what happened after I ended the debate. After I ended the debate, we continued on his channel to talk for another hour, where he tried to challenge me about free will and the problem of evil and all that stuff. And he ended up screaming mad and he failed horrible. And I told him over and over, I said, dude, you're doing so bad here. Like, you just stop. Like, you're making yourself look silly. Just stop. Like, we don't have to have this conversation. And
I watched him last night. He had re-examination on there, and like they were doing
of our debate.
No, it was like one. It was like they were doing debates, like 1v1 debates, and then the topic would just randomly come up or something.
Oh yeah, he wants me to come do this thing on Friday nights where there's $1,000 at stake or
Yes,
something.
he's giving away. Yeah, he's giving away money, like a money.
Does he actually give away the money?
I think so. Like, does he give away 1,000 every Friday?
That's. I mean, I don't know. He said something to that effect, and he was like, "Hey, you would be good to come by and do this thing. You can win money and whatever."
Well, I think it's like I think you go and you have to do so many, like they were doing like elimination rounds or something like last night. But
yeah.
I don't know. I was voting for re-examination, but he didn't win the debate.
Yeah. Mark said this was for me for the time zone thing. Yeah. Yeah, I always have to adjust. Me and Mark Reed got to meet in the middle. Man, Mark is one of my favorite people to talk to.
Yeah.
If Mark had better time zone things, I would love to do something regularly, even just once a month with Mark. Like, I think him and I have such great conversations together, and we're just, we're on the same page in a lot of things. And one of my very favorite people to talk to, and one of the
Mark,
people.
I'll let Mark know that on the Async network that last week I got them to play his channel trailer, so everybody got to watch his channel trailer. They really liked it.
Yeah, awesome. Well, speaking of trailers, I'm gonna play our Ark Protest ad as the outro here, and get the hell out of here. And thank you so much, everybody that showed up. Yeah, there's Black Non-Believers information again there. They're sponsored, and they've got an event coming up. Not too late to donate there. Go support everyone that's been on here tonight. It's been an awesome show. I'm going to play this, our little 1-minute ad as the outro also here. So thank you, everybody that came here to support in whatever way, you guys. We did a good thing, and we're going to make this thing happen here in a month. So keep up with it, and we'll keep doing it. And, yeah, you can hold tight if you want, Robin.
Yeah. Thank you, Joe.
Yep.